The day of the hairy freak or the fat slob is practically gone.
Let the party begin. I've got snacks.
Hey, look at us. We did it again. Another 23 hours around the sun. Welcome to WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom for the 173rd week in a row. Let's get that mic closer to my mouth so y'all can hear me. Hello, everyone. It's been so long since I've seen you. Well, I guess. And this is WCW Deep Cuts Live for every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. We gather here to watch the quote-unquote television classics that have been forgotten from the history of World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Hello to the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club, aka the chat. Hello, everyone. All of you, you're looking beautiful. Seeing a lot of the same names I saw yesterday, which is amazing. You guys are hanging out. You guys are hardcore, brother. Zach, thank you for upping that prompts, baby. I see a lot of great watch streaks as well. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, nothing will be as unhinged as NWA Worldwide from last night. If you did not catch it, please, 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 please go back and watch. If you can't watch anything else from the Tomathon, it's all on YouTube. Every single bit of it. All 12 hours is currently archived on YouTube. You can go watch it along with us. We had fun. But the last 2 hours, our celebratory lap at the end of the stream, NWA Worldwide, the most insane wrestling television show I think I've seen. I can't believe it. I'm stunned to this day. So I'm glad to have you all here tonight. No piss stains tonight, hopefully. Hopefully no piss stains like there were in Memphis. But there is the Weirdo Empire. Thank you all so much to everybody helping out on the YouTube channel. Giving me not just your eyeballs, but also your dollars. Glitter Dust Girl, you were a new favorite yesterday in the chat. Glad to see you here on Twitch. Thank you all so much. I normally only have 2 of these screens, but you see, not just you guys didn't just come through with the donations. We got like 7 new members yesterday of the Weirdo Empire. So as I said on the Discord, and thank you so much to everybody for watching the whole time, donating, tipping, and becoming members of the channel. A lot of folks were there for the full 12 hours. I could not believe it. I wish I were a 7-foot goth. I wish I were just 7-foot goth. Again, that's another thing. If you haven't seen the last 2 hours of the stream, you gotta go witness 7-foot goth. He's great. He's wonderful. The Rick and Morty. Another one. God, we have like 7 new inside jokes from yesterday. It's incredible. Speaking of incredible, I mentioned the Discord earlier. Check out the Discord. tinyurl.com/discord for Tom Green. That is where you go just to hang out with all these folks all the time. Go do that as soon as you can. Like I said in the Discord last night, right after the stream, right before I went to bed, Stream Elements is holding most of the money until May 30th because they want to see that I'm an actual person with a real bank account. So I have to wait till the 30th to get the majority of the money out. So I gotta wait a few days to get the laptop, but I promise it will be worth it. I've already got it in my Amazon card. I just gotta wait till the money deposits and click send, and I will be on it, baby. But money. Yeah, frickin' Samu and his butt money. Anyway, so what else do we got here? If you've not done so already, feels like old news already, check out my long-form video, Brief History of Women's Wrestling in WCW. That's from last week, I put that out. A lot of kind words about that one. People are enjoying it. So yeah, we're 5 minutes into this. We haven't watched a damn second of wrestling. We need to do so. Let's go to Japan. The year is 1992. We're about to get George Bush Sr. the fuck out of office. And Elegante is going to fight Vader in the Tokyo Dome. Let's go! Alright. As always, let me know how the audio is. With Barry Darce will be 7-foot golf. 7-foot golf. Okay, Stagwire, funny you mentioned Noli playing so much Fortnite. He is inheriting the old laptop. So, we'll see how many games he gets on it. I'm wiping it out before I give it to him. Also, hey Dogs UFC, glad to see you in the chat for the first time. If you notice something a little different on the screen, so we raised a few bucks over the goal due to these damn programs skimming off the top, as well as an issue with the counter at the end of the stream. I ended up with $2,048 is the final number. With that extra money, I spent part of it on, which way am I pointing? That way. A new custom URL right there. Not that TomGreen.com now exists. It goes to my link tree. So, no more awkward links. Thank you to Brent for suggesting I do that. What's that accent Bischoff did? Masahiro?
Thunder Liger, what do you say? Let's get down.
Hey, Yankee Hawk. Yeah, hopefully Bert didn't break any of your guys' appliances.
It's great to be back. It's always great to be in this facility, especially Tony, 65,000 plus.
In this facility. Eric Bischoff at his most genitalless. Yeah, Eric Bischoff is hosting this show from a green screen, from an anonymous zone. Yeah, so audio is kind of iffy. How is it iffy? Like the audio on the video's low? Like, is it low? When you say iffy, what do you mean iffy?
The last name first, so to speak, in the first.
The show cut audio is cutting out and buzzing.
WCW light heavyweight champion Thunder Liger. And
the audio is choppy. I mean, it's coming through fine for me.
I tell you what.
Hold on.
In Japan, they really all out from the opening bell. Inside, you see Saito, Hiro Saito.
Here, let me know if the audio is still staticky if I mute my mic.
Oyagi, a judo and martial arts.
I'm muted right now.
You notice also, fans, if you didn't watch our pay-per-view last year from here in Tokyo, the fact that the crowd is very reminiscent of a tennis match in America. They're very observant, they're very polite, but they will get it all. But they are really into the match as far as really studying what's going on in the Saito tags in Hanaga. They are their tag team partners, these two. The IWGP, and that might be their combination, the advantage. Two of the members do have a great deal of experience wrestling, and here's a real veteran of Japanese match.
All right, is this any better? Again, this all sounds fine to me, so I can't hear the crackliness.
Then Oyagi to the far side. Time I thought maybe he's going to try to close.
It's the source. Okay, that's what I thought.
Tony, I'm a little surprised. Oyagi started out this contest because Liger and Akira Nogami both are
It's
very,
out of
very
sync. What?
Akira Nogami.
Fuck. Yeah, the video has lots of pops and crackles. That's VHS.
And a great
I can't really... Unfortunately, I can't do anything with the VHS video. I'm sorry, but that's VHS for you.
For the IWGP heavyweight title, it was a tremendous matchup, and now they're on the team. And look, they bent back the.
I'm gonna mute myself again and just listen to the stream for a second.
It looks like Nogami sent in, and Hanaga with that foot in the breastbone. We're going to see a variety of suplexes here, and unique move there, almost stunning Steve Austin, and the stun gun by using the top as the leverage point. Now another tag mate. These guys, as you mentioned, are regular tag partners, and Saito back in. Nogami, of course, if you talk about the WCW light heavyweight title, Jushin Thunder Liger, the immediate name that comes to mind in Japan, but certainly Nogami has to be considered a strong challenger for that title.
Well, my phone won't even let me listen to the audio, so...
And now as Saito's caught in the corner, the fan response, they love Thunder
Sorry,
Liger.
yeah, sorry, I can't really do anything about the video, I'm sorry.
In the abdomen, and he is a real fire competitor. Very, very popular. Far the most popular athlete in this contest.
Yeah, the purple fella's super strong machine.
That was a tremendous maneuver.
The video's out of sync. Again, it's in sync for me. That's so weird.
And he's going to do it one more time. Liger tried to block it that time.
So you think my video would be, or my audio would be out of sync? If that audio's out of sync.
Liger gives away a lot of poundage in every contest he's in. And that back bottom certainly took a lot out of the former WCW light heavyweight champion. And if the trio now is...
Now I'm bummed. We got through most of yesterday's stream without a problem. Now this is fucking up. Awesome.
Led by Jushin Thunder Liger. Great elevation by Super Strong and really living up to his name. That was almost what you call a gorilla press. But
Super Strong Machine is an all-time great wrestling name. Kind of says everything you need to know.
Revolutionary type moves in the sport every time we come over here. Japanese are massive innovation. Line, and the second time he missed. Like the speed now, look at that.
Who is Super Strong? I forget who Super Strong Machine is under the mask. Somebody, I'm sure Rev Ray probably knows. Okay, he immediately said it. Junji Harada. Thank you. Harada, not Haradi.
Very wisely back out of the of his opponent. We've talked so much about the differences in the rules when you come here to IWGP or New Japan Pro Wrestling.
So what's nuts about like nowadays? Like AEW has kind of normalized the idea of bringing in a ton of like wrestlers from overseas to just show up and wrestle. Could you imagine being a kid whose like parents got them this just because it said like WCW on it? It's like, who the fuck are all these guys? And they're just being wowed by this shit, man.
Offensive lead here on his opponent that was initiated by Liger.
Hey, Eddie Sensei, hello.
So Nogami hooks in the leg. Half Boston Crab. Well, Saito just came right in and
thanks, Jim. Shivani didn't know the name of the hold. Jim's like, that's a half Boston Crab. Learn how to call a hold, fucker.
Once again, it's very simple to be successful if you keep your man in your corner, and that's what they're doing, or at least in their side of the ring with Nogami. Tag strategy knows no boundaries as far as a continent or a country is concerned. You can wrestle on your half of the ring. You're going to be successful more times than not. And there was a near fall, one of the first near falls of the contest. And I think another difference in Japanese and American wrestling. They don't go for a very quick pin. They'll wear.
You would have been screamed at so much if he said near fall.
Guys going for covers early in the contest.
And on WWF show.
Double and now triple team that time.
Dude, seriously, the first time. So I'm trying to think when the first time I saw Lucha was. I think it was the When Worlds Collide control centers. They would show like clips of Conan, and Perro Aguayo. I'm like, this is fucking weird. I like this.
Down when you're propped against the corner. Look at that. He's snap-bearing into his corner.
I remember Action Zone the week before Survivor Series 95 when they did that 4-on-4 Survivor Series match with all the All Japan women. They like had a highlight package of them doing all their cool high spots. It's like, holy fuck, they rule.
High risk move by Jushin Thunder Liger, and he also shows he does strength, picking up his much bigger opponent. Hooks the leg, but not this time, Tony. No. Colorful ring attire.
Hiro Saito. Masa Saito's coming up later. I do know that.
Green, and now he has a lavender type on, and now
we'll be seeing the Boulder of Tokyo later on.
Approach this match a different way than Liger. This is a very effective team. A lot of great combinations, contrast in styles. Boy, look at those kicks.
Yeah, I don't listen to those idiots that are like, why don't you give background to the Japanese wrestlers in AEW? They're bad faith idiots. Liger's only 27 years old here. Looks the same. That's the great thing about wearing a bodysuit and a mask. You're ageless.
And he got the break.
Yeah, Jim and Tony are in Atlanta. They did not fly them over for the show like they did the previous one we watched. By the way, I'm pretty sure this isn't making YouTube because Supershow 1 did not. But hey, I did 12 hours yesterday, so hopefully everyone's happy there. This is for the real weirdos. I wish I could be on RSPW. I wish I could have been. But I didn't have the internet until like late 2000. Optimum Vision, hello, thank you so much. Dude, that's amazing. You rewatched part of it. That's hardcore, my dude. Thank you.
Boston Crab again working on the lower back.
Bischoff was not high enough in the company yet to have the corporate credit card. I do not think he was there.
Help out his partner, but again,
I think he might have gone the next year though. Hey Westagon, yep. At the end of the Tomathon, we raised a full amount. I will be ordering the laptop this weekend when I get the funds released from Stream Elements.
Strategy to keep the action in their corner. Oh, wow. Version of the
Akira Nogami became a legit kabuki actor, according to Rev Ray. Ended up going part-time.
Strong machine, and that took a lot of wind right out of like on many of our broadcasts. We've talked about strategy. Quick team has to control the pace. A more of a team with more power.
Yeah.
Has to Matt come with high impact.
It's always weird when two guys on opposite teams end up wearing the same color. Especially when it's a weird color like that.
It just makes sense, and right there he went for the lateral press, neglecting to hook the leg, which I'm a little surprised because the Japanese, Tony, are normally very fundamentally sound. That was a mental lapse. Tag Hanaga and Saito.
All of them, all Japanese people, very fundamentally sound.
The gorilla press, sending Liger right down. They're very deliberate now in their maneuvers.
See, that's the thing. I can barely tell what shade each one is wearing because of the video quality.
We'll try another pin here. And now, Naga up chop to try a high-risk maneuver, but you think Liger's playing possum?
I just think it's wild that they're... So, Liger's the only person in this match that American fans would have known of. But they're still airing it. Bless their hearts, man. Like, that's a good thing. Like, I'm glad they gave all these guys American airtime. It's just, it's a very gutsy move. Like, yeah, I imagine it's mostly, this pay-per-view is mostly bought by, like, hardcore fans, but...
Combination, tilt-a-whirl slam, and a back. He took him around the continent, caught him with a backbreaker.
Also, if you missed it last night, I announced I am now on the Buzzer app. Not the game show channel, but BZZR. It is a sports app It is verified creators, journalists, and athletes only. They were nice enough to recruit me for it.
Oh wow, that'll stop you short.
So I am there alongside MVP. We're the wrestling boys there, me and Montel Vontavious Porter. We are co-workers now. I'm still posting everywhere. They don't want me to stop posting everywhere I normally post, so I'm still going to be everywhere I am. I am one of the wrestling people now on Buzzer, so go check that out. There's a lot of journalists from like Sports Illustrated and ESPN. Oh shit, that ruled. As well as like athletes, NBA players. Hearing some cool things about some live streaming video in the future there for fans of competitive sports. MVP has real varied musical taste. He's one of the few people who actually likes everything. When they say, "Oh, I like a little bit of everything," like he actually does.
So many times in the USA, man is caught in the corner. A lot of times his partners will play his aid and thus get the attention of the referee. The triple team. We haven't seen much of that in this six-man.
We have not seen much of that. You know what we haven't? You know what else we haven't seen in this match?
Machine is going to be very fortunate to be able to recover.
The Rick and Mortis.
Bring in the star of the team, Jushin Thunder Liger, and pick him up just straight. That was just raw power, and that surprised, quite frankly, and I'm sure surprised Liger as well.
Hey, Matt Foster. Yeah, MVP likes everything, I think. We had the Fuzzy Buster, mastered by the master of the Fuzzy Buster, Fuzzy Bass, from WCW.
Double Irish whip. Here's a double team. They tried it once before, but this time Liger was waiting on him, and what agility to come up this time and kick both men down. Great adjustment in there, and again, listen to those. This guy's foot is, 6 or 8 inches.
Yeah, listen to them kicks, baby.
Miyagi, but Supershow just used his power.
Did Jim Ross say his feet are like calloused or his feet are like couches?
And a power slam. Well, now he's going to Irish maneuver.
Yeah, Fuzzy Bass did win the Weird Fish Championship over Slutty Trout, as Brian said.
I think he missed that time. Liger came right off and capitalized on Super Strong Machine's mistake.
Rama Blue, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you bringing them that half-drunk soda, those half-eaten crackers. Couches. He said those feet were like couches. What a weird comment.
And Super Strong Machine got the tag, which is, I don't know, it's a surprise right there. And look at this teamwork.
Oh, fuck. Hell yeah. That was dope as hell, man.
Wow, Saito using his big mistake when Super Strong Machine was able to make the tag. And now it's all men have kind of exploded here. Saito up top.
They've exploded. Oh, that was crunchy. Splashed him with the back. Dude just got fucking dumped in the audience.
Full Nelson into that dragon suplex and a
ooh, right on his dome, brother.
Tremendous win, Jim, with that suplex from a
and because it's WCW, even on the Japanese show, the Japanese wrestlers come out to the same song as all the other Japanese wrestlers. Yankee Hawk says this show drew 50,000 spectators for a equivalent of $3.7 million with the exchange rate at the time. Thank you, Yankee Hawk.
Akira Nogami with a full Nelson with a great win, a great six.
Oh, they're totally in Japan.
And of course, a lot of high
that
maneuvers.
Platform that's absolutely in the Tokyo Dome with a light on it.
Feature an outstanding combination from Japan, Koshinaka and Ohara to the fast rising upcoming stars in New Japan against Arn Anderson.
These fuckers have first names, man.
representing the Dangerous Alliance. Let's go back to the ring.
Now the introductions of Larry Zbyszko.
There we go. The Enforcers in action.
Two members of the Dangerous Alliance will be sternly in this contest.
Yeah, there are matches they edited off the show to have it fit 2 hours. They mostly just put matches featuring wrestlers that the American fans would know on here. That's why Liger made the cut. Shiro Kashin, that's not how you spell that. It's Koshinaka.
But I was going to say that Paulie Davis
Update from Warner Brothers Chiba. Warner Robbins Chiba.
On many of our broadcasts and in many
Fake White Shadow, my friend, thank you for upping that sub. 10 months. I don't... If this is on New Japan World, it's definitely the Japanese version. I don't know if it is or not. New Japan World's archive before like 2002, 2003 is real spotty. Like stuff you would think they would have, they don't.
Zbyszko is going to start. The Japanese now, they said and they enjoyed the match. They're going to watch the match. They're going to react.
I cannot wait for some ass-based offense. They spelled O'Hara's name incorrectly too. Fucking awesome.
We have a mouthy American that is going to play a mind.
Nobody likes a mouthy American, Jim.
This young man has never wrestled for 65,000 man in his life. And
I don't believe the Island Deathmatch is on there. No. Hey, wait.
I think play some mind games on the young man in the early going here.
I don't know if the Scott Norton Tony Holme match is on there, because neither of them were with WCW. I forgot to look at the match list to see which matches made the cut.
You heard Zbyszko said, I'm breaking.
There we go. Larry Zbyszko taking advantage of the fact that the ring is very well mic'd, but there's nobody in the audience making a peep.
But Larry to find out an official also. You know, Zbyszko's got a martial arts background as well.
Larry's gonna look over at the refs and be like, you know what, you guys have the right idea not letting your women talk over here.
Zbyszko back up once again as he stops, so does any momentum O'Hara would have.
I love when American wrestlers are like, over there in Japan, they don't really make noise, you just politely clap. No, motherfucker, you don't know how to work over there.
O'Hara in his early 20s was an outstanding player in Japan.
Dude, Larry's hair is looking a bit janky. As I'm crackling the bottle here.
O'Hara, you say a youngster, I tell you what, and he's wrestling now, and Arn Anderson comes in.
I hope he calls him a jerk. What is Zbyszko doing?
That's baseball here, and if this is baseball, he's out of here.
This is the most I've ever enjoyed a Larry Zbyszko heel match.
Full arm drag twist now.
Yeah, I knew the rights were different over there, Gino. Yeah, where like the stations own the footage, not the promotions so much.
As you will see, Anderson needs to ground to get started if he can. Anderson came in a variety of high-impact maneuvers. Koshinaka retired, but Anderson did not.
Look at that! Did Arn ever do that in America? Or was he just like, hey, we're in Japan, nope, nobody's gonna know any care?
Anderson told me before the match he was going to try to either get the DDT or the spine buster. And Zbyszko, hey, that's a nice move.
Well, yeah, it's an Arn Anderson match. It's like saying, hey, The Rock told me before this match he's going to try to do the people's elbow. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't recognize Arn ever doing the Mr. Perfect neck gimmick.
I think he slowed it down there, Jim, because he's very, very frustrated. The kick to the bottom rope.
Or he slowed it down because he's Larry Zbyszko.
And he holds the leg.
Yeah, I love the people that are like, oh, Hulk Hogan's a different beast in Japan. He does drop toe holds and enziguris.
Not very well. Zbyszko now, the veteran, sees another way. Let's go mat wrestle. Let's see if we can sustain defense here. Right now, even though Zbyszko has the advantage. The advantage is not to the that he's going to get a
Yeah, Arn is such a selfless
Really
wrestler.
by Arn Anderson when Anderson Toshinaka off his
Like,
feet.
he's a dude that never had to, like, quote, get his shit in. Come on.
The shut up puck that we
No, it does not goes to Brent Prentice. I don't so much hate Larry. I pity him. Just a weird old sexist fool. And honestly, I'm kind of getting a kick out of Larry here.
Because he likes to slow down things, but he is very quick. And here comes.
Whereas, like, if Chris Cruz popped up on this show, even if he was funny, I would still be sad. It's my feelings of Larry Zbyszko are not the same as they are on, like, a Chris Cruz or a Nick Patrick. Hey, Dr. Liam. Yeah, Hogan could have done all that shit. He just doesn't want to, or he didn't have to. Exactly, Brian. That's what you'd think. That's what you would think. But wrestlers sometimes aren't the smartest fellas. Yes, Larry is playing to the back row. He wants to make sure that the folks in the cheap seats can hear him. It's just, we're so used to watching Larry on these shows with the really bad dubbed in crowd noise, where we can't hear anything happening, but since they just didn't bother with it here, like, we hear him perfectly. What's the hate with the hate for Nick Patrick as Minister of Entertainment? He's a horrible fucking referee who always has to be getting in the wrestler's ways and always has to be getting in front of them on camera. And he was extremely lazy too. Like, we multiple times have caught him on these streams, like, not wanting to go down to his stomach for counts. Like, literally missing counts because he just doesn't want to go down to the ground. And he's a rope pervert, like Rev Ray said.
I don't think that's going to work.
Back up to a vertical base, and he stomped the left foot. It goes right to the arm.
Their wrestling shoes, they meaning the Japanese, a little bit more supple. They're almost like martial arts wear, and they don't offer you the protection.
Supple? He just referred to their shoes as supple, like they're boobies.
For them to win this match, they need to wrestle whomever.
Their wrestling shoes are juicier than they are in America.
O'Hara will get right on the mat with him.
Juicy booby wrestling shoes?
But there's the tag, and here
You fucking called them supple.
the cruncher deliberately coming in. No hurry at all from Larry at all. He takes him down once again, Jim.
Well, yeah, he got tagged in. Of course, he's deliberately going to come in. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to actually walk into the ring. What is happening? Is Larry biting his dick?
Made a good counter. Well, if he ever jitis, he'll be in a bad way, won't he? Walking his sleep. It's unbelievable.
Why wasn't that the name of, like, a Larry Zbyszko submission move? The Larry Jitis.
They believe he's going to try to get him up to a vertical base and pound.
Yeah, O'Hara is totally wearing amateur boots. Or amateur shoes.
They picked the pace up here.
Oh shit, Brian. Somebody's saying Dr. Liam said shampoo. You got Brian on alert.
Competed mostly now in the Japanese corner, snap mare, but not to the center.
I don't think I would want to unleash my fury on anyone. I don't think I would want to, like, hit Larry Zbyszko. Again, I just pity him. I pity Larry Zbyszko more than anything. Chris Cruz, I would just fucking ask, how dare you? How dare you? Nick Patrick would ignore me, like he fucking did on YouTube. That jerk. Dr. Liam, let's just say that Brian has a thing for shampoo.
And another quick tag.
That was the rude awakening from
Jack Catalano, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
A pickup.
Vertical suplex.
Oh.
And Zbyszko got a 2 count in the situation.
It was the saddest time. I fucking kidnapped Nick Patrick's nylon girlfriend.
You may think these are boards. This is,
and he didn't give in.
Much like you would see in America at a big-time tennis. These seats at ringside were going anywhere from $250 to $430 American.
Could you imagine how good of a deal it would be to sit front row at a dome show now for $250?
Anderson, Zbyszko, a very successful Boston Crab coming up right here.
Boston Crab, but Zbyszko, assistant partner.
There are houses in my neighborhood that cost less than front row to WrestleMania.
Now in the United States, more than likely fans.
Yeah, Brian has very clean hair. I can vouch for that. Very good smelling clean hair. I love this, because what type of torque would that give you if you push on a man's forehead?
Progresses from the 65,000 seat Tokyo Egg Dome, every seat sold. Abdominal stretch, Zbyszko wanting another advantage, and he gets it.
Arn's not paying attention. There we go. Okay.
Wise to their ways now, but
referee caught him. Like, referee shoot caught him. I love it. I love it.
Screaming out in front of the fans. How can he have what they're saying?
Larry does not like the fact that these fans are not making noise right now.
Complimenting him.
We're about the 10-minute mark in this match, and so far it's been a physical encounter, but you really cannot say...
I never saw this tape for rent when I was a kid. Like, I know it existed, but I never heard of anybody, like, having this at, like, their video store anymore. Like, when I was a kid, we had Halloween Havoc 91, we had Starrcade 91, Halloween Havoc 1990, and then nothing for like 5 years until Hogan came out.
And this certainly is a submission move.
Is it Shibata's dad as referee? It might be.
Anderson right there, perhaps, from losing because the youngster had the Boston perfect.
Oh shit, your uncle bought you this pay-per-view. Hell yeah.
Perfect location in the ring, and now the fans.
We didn't have pay-per-view where I was. We had like weird backwoods cable.
His primary weapon. So they really responded to that. They will respond to fans moves as much as they will.
Like we didn't actually have the capabilities to do pay-per-view until we moved when I was in 2nd grade.
And Jim, you're right. Very uncomfortable in trying to pin on as he didn't hook a leg again.
I think he may be no more as a wrestler, but this man right here, Coach Tanaka, may be able to put the...
Hell yeah, fire up, dude.
The posterior bump. Wow.
Boom, right in the ass to mouth.
That was a pretty good cover, but Anderson got away. And here comes O'Hara.
Surprised to see the hit as early as it was.
Like growing up, my our mom and pop video store had Allen Video. She got all the Coliseum videos, and she would always go to the video store conventions, the owners conventions, and talk to Hillbilly Jim, and bring back 8x10s of Hillbilly Jim signed. But it's not in gimmick as Hillbilly Jim. He would be like in a polo shirt with his hair tied back. And who the fuck wants this? Now I would love it. Arn Anderson did get that spine buster like he told Jim Ross. Although I lied, I just remembered we got Halloween Havoc 93 at our video store too. I remember that. So we got something else before.
A lot of disappointment in that young.
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim worked on for Coliseum Video. But like, the 8x10 didn't say that. It was just Hillbilly Jim, but he's wearing a polo shirt. That would make sense, because Coliseum Video was also a porno distributor as well. So it would make sense that the porno shops could also very easily get Coliseum Video to like balance things out. And that song fucking rules, man. The Arn and Larry song. Both these dudes are looking Lego tonight.
Mr. Soto and Tim Duck. I think we're ready back down.
Let's go back to the squared circle. The announcement of American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
All right, Dusty and Dustin. This was what the show was advertised for on American TV. Like, come watch the first time ever Dusty and Dustin team, even though it definitely wasn't. They teamed in the WWF. Kim Duck, who looks like a Japanese version of a sad American old wrestler. And there's Masa Saito, not Masa. Again, the Boulder of Tokyo.
The American Dream knows both.
Yeah, it is D-U-K, yes, not Doc. It's Duck.
Very well.
They couldn't even fucking spell duck correctly.
There's a good look at Dusty, and he and Dusty.
Yeah, check under the titties. There you go.
How great brother combination
Kim
together, Jim.
Doc.
And now a chance to see a father-son combination. You know, that's happened over the years, father and son combinations.
Yes, Kim Duck was also known as Tiger Chun-Li. Here he is known as Grizzly Smith's Japanese son. I'm kind of surprised they didn't spell it D-U-C-K either.
And Dory Funk Sr. and his on occasion. I'm sure we're leaving some out, but this is the first time that Dustin and his dad, Dusty, have teamed at WCW.
LaParca, hey, thank you so much. My ass is awesome. I got a very muscly ass for a chubby fella. But thank you so much.
Become such a great competitor in World Championship Wrestling, but of all
yeah, they did spell Kinsuke Sasaki with like an I.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Hey, Stephen J. Neptune, man. I'm just saying that Kim Duck here resembles like 1996 Jake Roberts. Also, bad idea to make Kim Duck do a crisscross spot. Dude cannot run. I'll send that to Scotland. See if he wants to name his stream Thursday. Grizzly Smith's Japanese son, just to do it.
Good job of stopping Mr. Saito. You notice in these matches that the athletes, especially from
better than the Green Bay, Wisconsin police crew.
Much more so than they in the United States. And sometimes the officials in the United States have a
nerd Jim Ross.
Respect, quite frankly, from many
the kids in Japan respect the referees, unlike you brats in America.
Learn from these gentlemen here in Tokyo.
You can just hear Bill Watts on the phone with Jim. We got to establish respect for the referees.
The crime in Tokyo, and there's not that of it. They respect the authorities.
I know nothing about racing. It's wild to me that NASCAR did a Japanese exhibition there at Red Wolf Sound.
The makeup of the people.
Kim Duck is only 44.
Turned around and Dustin sends him down again. So Dustin.
Oh my gosh, he is moving through quicksand.
Has been in some Chuck Norris movies, and some television work. There's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes looking on. Have you him in this contest as
that's Jim Ross's nice way of saying this man does not wrestle regularly anymore.
Unusual because Saito is really known as a tag team specialist, and the mark of a tag team. One that comes in and out.
That's true. It is 1982-44.
Go ahead.
That makes sense. Wow, they did 3 NASCAR exhibitions in the 90s in Japan. That's crazy.
Over there when Duck tried to make a tag.
Yeah, Kim Duck's IMDb, if you look it up, it's wild. Hey, Lewis, this is not that event. That was a couple years after this. That was 1994 when Rick Rude hurt himself.
He also represented Japan and stayed at 90.
Actually, no, the G1 climax is when he hurt his neck. No, that's Austin. Never mind. I'm getting like 3 different stories mixed up. Austin hurt Masa Saito's neck in 92 at the G1. Rick Rude broke his back in 94.
He stays in there. There's nothing for him to do.
Yeah, that is wild that Mr. Saito is the younger member or the older member of this team.
Dustin tags in Dusty. And a nice ovation for the American Dream, and he's going to change up the pace a bit.
You want Saito, baby.
The fans that have followed the American Dream over the years.
Yeah, Dusty is like, fuck you idiots who say that these fans do not make noise. Yeah, there we go. Just interact with the audience and maybe they'll cheer. Boring concept.
Some years back, so
these two men know each other very, very well.
God, he is
Brawls
jacked.
here too. Dusty, of course, 3 times.
Yeah, Masa Saito looked
Heavyweight title and brought
pretty
the world
much the
title
same
over to
for
this
like, what,
country.
15, 20
The
years?
Japanese people and, of course, Saito, as you're familiar. Dusty's not going to take
Yeah,
that
Dusty was a
slap.
big star in Japan as well. I'm just saying, though, that Dusty's like
And now the outside.
trying to
Dusty
interact
goes
with the
to
crowd.
outside for
Whereas all of
goodness
these
sake.
Americans are like,
Is this not missing of Dusty
we
Rhodes or
can't get
what?
over there because they don't like razzmatazz.
Rampway. That's
Also, shout out to Dusty for being like, we're going to do ramp spots in this match.
Every county, he's up to 9 now. Dusty did a lot of walking and talking. He's up to 9, but the count can go to 20. Saito is still on the outside. I don't think Saito expected that. Dusty came in
Yeah,
with
good
a
on them for pointing out that there's a 20 count in New
Saito on the
Japan.
outside.
That's something I could definitely see,
That was a
like a post-produced WCW New Japan commentary job
have
for
a 20
eating.
count here in Tokyo. And Mr. Saito now ready to make and deep pals. Jim, you know, one thing I've noticed, there's a bow from Saito. Dusty to bow, and Dusty paid for it.
Yeah, you think
that time.
Pillman was in the locker room? Dave, Dusty just wrestled. Dusty just wrestled over here. He's gonna kill my, he's gonna take my spot. Him and Dustin, they're gonna be the tag champs. I'm never gonna be able to get over.
Being inactive for the past
Yeah, that's
year or so.
the thing American wrestlers never understand. They don't want American wrestlers to go over there and pretend to be Japanese wrestlers. They want American wrestlers to do American wrestling
And right now,
over there.
Saito is testing the
Like,
American
Rip
dream.
Rogers,
He's
total
got
scumbag,
over
the
300
worst.
pounds right
But he went over there for all Japan. He got over huge doing Rip Rogers.
One thing that I've noticed, Jim, and we've noticed it so many times, are ring attendants.
He didn't try to be
and sometimes the
Kinsuke
athletes from New
Sasaki.
Japan
He didn't
Pro
try to be
Wrestling have- we may not
Kabashi.
get back here from Jim Duck. But you see at the bottom
They
of the
do
screen there is the
exactly,
ring
Dr. Liam.
or a second, if you will. A lot of the athletes from Japan.
Like, it
have
drives me
those,
nuts
and
when
the
Americans
do
go
not.
over
They
there
don't get
and
involved. They
try
don't,
to
break
be
telephones.
Japanese
You know,
wrestlers.
tennis rackets are.
They already have plenty
you
of
know,
them over
the
there.
kitchen sink.
They don't need
comes
more.
The ring in an athletic environment, which is very unique.
Exactly. That's why Bob Sapp was huge.
That's stunning. You take a look at this tremendous entrance. We have
Yeah,
built for the
Hechicero
athletes
in
here.
AEW got over
At
because he
the-
just fucking did
The
Hechicero
home of
shit.
the
Yeah, Vader, Hansen.
there by the American Dream, and one would think that Saito and if they could would want to keep Dad in the ring as long as possible. Again,
Yeah, they love Brody over there. Love Brody.
Dusty's involved in WCW.
Yeah, Cabana did kind of get over for a bit. And Noah.
Back to Tokyo. He's not planning to get back in the ring. So conditioning has got to be a factor. Duplex though. It was a tremendous mover. See, I thought they would keep Dustin in, but you may be right. Dustin tried to save it, but I really think
Gotcha,
went down
Windburn.
prior to the
Professor
save that
Tanaka.
time.
Toru Tanaka.
Saito are
I
having
believe was
some
also in
problems
Three Ninjas.
communicating. Now, Saito Japanese, I think that's Korean. He is.
Look at that! An American commentator knowing the difference between Japanese and a Korean wrestler in 1992. Look at that.
You know, we picked up the Japanese over here.
God damn it, Tony. You ruined it.
Korean say hello in Japanese to a Korean. I repeat, I read the mark that I picked up a little Japanese. I tell you, people could misunderstand that.
Yeah, Kim Duck was, or Toru Tanaka was also in Last Action Hero, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, yes.
Yeah. And Dusty Rhodes now being challenged. You knew it was going to happen. Kim Duck is a
Yeah,
master
Jim
of
Ross.
these,
Woke ass dude.
and it's a good way of controlling the pace. Saito and Duck are not going to get hurt. See, being double teamed here, and they go.
Jim's so woke that he refers to 40-year-old British Columbian as kid.
Nailed Kim Duck. And Dusty took the opportunity to tag in Dustin, who has been outside. Wow, what a right hand for quite some time.
Kim Duck, who
So
just
now
stood
the
there,
youngster
ironically.
in motion after watching his defeat. There's a Barry Windham-like
from young Dustin Rhodes.
Here's the double coconuts. And Duck
Stackwire.
Saito, once again, a maneuver that fans in the United States will go bonkers over. The fans here
Duck and Saito.
sit and watch. That double head, whatever. Now we have
Yeah, I've heard that anecdote,
the legal
Red Wolf
man
Sam.
really teaching the
Listen,
lesson now.
man.
Because when you're caught in the corner against Mr. You're really
If you
caught.
have to,
And those are heavy right hands.
if the reason why you respect Asian people's because you crank it to them, you
Ready
know
to
what?
accept the tag
At least
now.
he respects
And
them.
they're double teaming young Dustin. Double suplex there. And
Oh, what the hell?
year-old is in a lot of
That
trouble.
wasn't so much a double suplex, maybe like a 1.5
See the
suplex.
officiating, see what the unfair advantage, both men in the ring. He's not going
Almost like Kim Duck got his arm stuck.
Lesson from these guys.
Like Kim Duck was embarrassed. Is like, fuck, I have to make up for it. Pile driver.
A 2 count. And Duck now slows down the pace by grabbing onto the head. So Dustin, who
True,
came in
goes to Brett
and
Furnace.
went right into the corner, basically
Old wrestling's
paid for it because
confusing in its
he caught in that
woke-
corner,
wokeness.
And Duck has the advantage.
Yeah,
And you
Master
take a look
Saito
at
just
Kim Duck
suplexed
now,
both
holding on
fucking
tightly
dudes.
to Duck.
His
Dustin
partner
on
and
the
his opponent.
outside. This has been a very matchup as both men are back to a vertical base.
Gordon Sully, I can't imagine him calling this because his gig after WCW is calling New Japan matches for Ring Warriors.
Kim Duck obviously saw it.
And he'd be even drunker than he was on WCW Pro
Doesn't gain
with
any
Craig
type of
DeGeorge.
advantage, and there's no competition out here on the rampway. I saw earlier from the American Dream and from
Dustin taking that sick ass bump to the
Kim Duck
floor that I
now pushing
love.
up with a vertical suplex. Good execution again. He'll rubber. Did not hook a leg. And there's a 2 count. And
it was close.
Ring
Very,
Warriors
very
ruled
close.
because
that was close. And, you know,
they spelled wrestlers' names
than we
phonetically.
had in our first couple of matches.
For the
And his
graphics.
count, the pace of his count.
So like Jim Neidhart's name was like
baseball umpire,
spelled like a
strike zone
horse,
pitchers get to
Nyes
know,
or Nays.
umpires, a low ball umpire, high ball umpire, whatever thing here.
Yeah,
This referee's much more
Oliver
deliberate.
Humperdinck also did a
He's all
stint
business.
as
I
the
mean,
color
there's
guy for
1,000,
Ring Warriors.
1,002,
Again, real
1,003,
weird
1,000.
stuff. Some of it's on YouTube.
This is, this is a mistake here, I think.
Dustin was waiting on it.
Yeah, it's a mistake for that guy to do a top rope move. Yes, huge mistake. I agree, Jim.
Dustin does not hook a leg. And I know watching this telecast are saying, you know, Shivani and Ross are saying not hooking a leg so many times, but in effect they're not. And that is so important.
Well, it's fundamental.
Tony's like bitching about shit that he thinks might be the Observer with complaints about him. That's actually such a Jim Ross thing from like 2020 AEW.
Now things have changed around.
Well, they're gonna complain about Jim Ross saying that wrestlers should express more.
Dusty runs an arm.
But I'm right. See, Dusty's trying to wrestle now, and the Japanese fans aren't having it. They want Dusty to be Dusty. There we go. They want him to emote.
Moving his body.
Every match is getting a fair amount of time. We're 3 matches. Yeah, this is our 3rd match of the stream. We are 50 minutes in almost.
Tag the sun in. You can expect now will quicken when Dustin's in the ring. There is a big move. That was a big move. Could be the deciding factor in the whole
Big
situation.
move.
That is his Saito suplex that so many athletes here in Tokyo use. It was about a half or less away from
Tokyo U?
the final 3. That was a great suplex by a former
Who played
Olympian.
football there, Jim?
Dustin just,
There it is.
again. Dustin just slumped in the corner
Oh,
trying to
there's
get
his
Saito went into the
suplex.
corner and grabbed him out of it. And did it again, and Dusty makes a save. And that's
How do you not call the Saito
Dusty
suplex
had to
when
make
Saito
the
does
save
it?
right there. Dustin would have been pinned. 2 Saito suplex more than anybody can withstand. And unless Saito makes a mistake, it may be just a matter of
both men go down.
Was,
I think
Hansen
Saito
wasn't on the show, was he,
was looking
Dr.
to
Lee?
run right through Dustin, but he goes also. So there's a break for Dustin because they may have that
Oh,
time,
sorry,
butting
Luis.
heads.
Luis said Stan Hansen's on the program for the show.
And what
He's
was
not
an
on the
advantage
show,
for
though,
Saito
is he?
now?
Either this
Basically,
version or the full one.
Ball situation here, both men down. Duck back in. Dustin waiting on him.
Sato played football at Arkansas State.
Dustin didn't bag when he had the opportunity, but he no doubt is the
Tim
best
Duckett played
position
football at
athlete
West
to
Texas
have
State
cardiovascularly in this
with
contest. He's not left, apparently,
Ed
and a good
DiBiase
drop
and quote Dick Murdoch.
kick. Cover.
I was gonna say I thought Hansen was in All Japan at this point.
Also, he really had the momentum. But that changed
Why the fuck would he have been on the program?
Dustin said he dug in a foot. And there's the Bulldog.
That'd be like what if they just threw like Okada on the WrestleMania program?
Good move.
There we go.
Came to the front. Wasn't power. It wasn't a suplex. It was
They're using Dustin's music because Dusty did not have music.
accepting their winner's
Time.
award. And the American Dream and a great win. And here in Tokyo, certainly enjoyed seeing again.
Dusty,
the
they
American
get trophies
Dream.
just for like winning the third match on the show. Dusty grabbed Dustin's trophy too. That's selfish.
55,000
Ugh.
A tremendous win for the father and son combination. Dusty coming out of retirement, he really electrified the crowd. Many points and showed he still has it in the ring.
He was like a monkey, ladies and gentlemen, and the American Dream. Dustin Rhodes winning that matchup against two tough veterans. But right now, we're ready to go back to the ring. Be an outstanding matchup. Two big men.
Yeah, unlike the last Super Show we watched, there's no bullshit between matches.
Big
Really.
Van Vader. There's go
Fuck
one-on-one.
yes. Here we go. The real main event, the people's main event.
A man who is no stranger.
Vader against
Both men are no
Elegante,
strangers
which
to
they
this
actually
sport.
tried to like run a feud based off of this, and then Elegante had it
The
out.
man who has held that IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Big Van Vader.
Also, you know this is the end of Elegante's run because he's growing out the
Big
mullet.
Van Vader, to my knowledge.
This is very celebrity boxing
champion.
vibes. Very strong celebrity boxing vibes.
Big 445-pounder.
Brian, can't believe they're skipping Shinya Hashimoto against Bill Kazmaier. I've never watched that. I need to see it. What the fuck Hashimoto did with
The
that?
referee for this
Exactly, that's what I was thinking, RBH. Newt Bull and William the Refrigerator Perry. Bill Alfonso, who was Elegante's life guide at this point.
Wrestling event in this
Dr. Lee, you see that the Japanese love looking like this? I love looking like this.
IWGP.
This is the shit Satnam Singh should be doing.
So the Tokyo
They should
Expo
just
has
find like
very,
short, fat guys for him to
I
wrestle.
would say the confines for the man from the Rocky Mountains in the United
God,
States.
Vader looks so little.
That time, Big Van
So
Vader was
little.
wrestling under a mask. That is no longer the case.
Yeah, see, I figured they were going to skip Norton and Holme because neither of them were WCW guys. Whereas Bill Kazmaier went over there with the WCW crew, and they're still like...
With big time right hands. This match is going to be unique in itself in that both these men are power wrestlers, but both, for super heavyweights, possess a lot of quickness. Vader came out of the football background, Elegante out of a basketball background. They were very prominent athletes as based on those body shots.
I did see... Okay, so Rev Ray brings up something that I'm stunned.
Bill Alfonso.
I didn't mention yesterday in all the 12 hours. If you guys didn't see the clip of Jeff Jarrett and Satnam Singh at the Minnesota Twins game over the weekend,
Well, there's no question this match only about 2
Jeff
minutes
Jarrett's
old,
working
and
spots with
more
Top
responses
Flight,
so far.
and in the background you see Satnam Singh grab third base and literally pull it out of the ground and just walk around holding it in the air. Like, hey, I stole third base. Isn't that funny? And it's adorable. I love Satnam Singh. He's my favorite.
And if he ever his sight,
But yeah, Satnam Singh should be doing freak show matches. I want to see if Satnam Singh's going to be in Ring of Honor. I want to see him against Lee Moriarty.
this guy's going to be
I want to see him against
a bona fide
Bandito.
contender for any championship he goes at. Because moves like this are just hard for the normal bodies to sustain. Of course, Elegante is not normal. No, he
Yeah,
just pushes
Vader's
his way right out of that.
6'4",
And we got
Elegante's
to a
7'7", legit.
Vader, who been
I
in and out of
loved
the top 10 in
Satnam's
world
cameo in
championships.
Stadium
If he wanted to set
Stampede,
his sights
and it
on
is
that world title, hey,
bullshit
this is-
that they're not doing
this guy certainly
Satnam
is a
versus
contender.
Andrade on Dynamite
Now
tomorrow.
sending
It is bullshit,
Elegante back to
Tony.
the near side.
I'm looking at you, Tony.
I think rethinking his strategy right here, maybe, Jim.
Elegante is not a goth because he is taller than 7 foot. If he was just 7 foot, he'd have a chance at being a goth.
So intently that you
Which is nuts. Brian says Jorge on his knees is almost as tall as Vader. And Vader is huge.
That caught Vader in the face.
Dude, he hit him with a boot and Vader was standing in the middle of the ring.
Contest, and we've seen him in a long time in the United States.
Also, I'm sorry. I think Elegante kind of looks like a decent wrestler here.
Pretty good response for the.
That was a good fucking fireback. Like a fire up babyface comeback.
Is right across it. Fans are chanting Vader. Many of them.
Like, Undertaker always bitches about how he couldn't get matches out of Jorge. I just think Undertaker sucked at that time. Because this guy is not bad. He's huge and awkward. The fact that Omos isn't like Noah champion is so stupid. That tells me that fucking Paul Levesque has nothing, has no idea what he's doing.
Elegante, those blows not as sharp as the beginning of the match, but Vader looks.
Yeah, what if Elegante does the Hulk Hogan Enziguri?
Ahead of steam. This match has not been pretty. It has been very, very physical and very fundamental. Both trying to use exactly what has brought them to the proverbial, and that's their power. Raw power. He calls that big splash as Vader. And there's the 20 from Bill Alfonso.
That he does not call him that. No.
That's what they're going to get.
He did not call the Avalanche the Vader bomb.
Maybe nail him with it on the head.
Oh, I forgot he did this. This is awesome. They aired this on TV in America like right after, and I lost my mind.
Him right in the face. My goodness. Hi. And
I hate when I get steamed right in the face.
As this is a double countout.
Well, fans, that is
get it, you babe.
Van Vader with that brutal attack. El Gigante set up one of the most intense international situations in WCW in a long, long time. And I want to take this opportunity to remind, coming your way exclusively.
What was that incident, Eric?
Wrestle War 92.
They did a couple six-man tags, some house show matches, and then Elegante left.
More about that a little later. Coming up next, however, Lex Luger defended his world title against Masahiro Chono. Tokyo.
Yeah, I love that Rip Rogers didn't have to sell the helmet like that.
Was Chono's chance to dethrone the then champion. Let's get
I
down
think
to
I
the
would start
ring.
vaping
Jim
if they
Ross
sold
is
Vader helmet
with a highly
vapes.
anticipated matchup.
All right, the audio will come back in a second. There we go.
Well, here's a match many people have been waiting for.
So this is the WCW World Heavyweight Title match.
WCW World
Lex
Heavyweight
Luger,
Champion Lex
who
Luger.
had run out of dates in America, had agreed to come in to do this New Japan show.
You can tell he is ready for this
I
encounter.
don't believe it did.
Luger was not a part of the WCW contingent.
I do not believe this counted as a WCW date for
This is his first time
Luger.
here as WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
This is like Luger's next to last match as WCW World Champion before he left the
Many of them came
company.
to see this championship event. I think you'll also see in this contest the emotion of the fans increase somewhat.
Luger's looking around thinking,
Masahiro
you all
Chono,
cannot wait to see me bodybuild.
young man.
Oh my god, they
28
are.
years
Lex
of
Luger's
age.
tights are the
He's
same
been a pro
color
about
as
7.5
the canvas.
years. He was trained
That's so sweet.
by a real legend in this sport in Lou Thesz. And the Japanese sent Chono to the United States. He spent many, many weeks in Virginia at Lou Thesz's training facility. And so he is going to be very fundamentally sound. He's giving away Tony a lot of size, about 45, maybe 50 pounds to Luger, but he is so much quicker that this should be an outstanding contrast, even though they do have a contrast in style. Not only did he train under Lou Thesz, Jim, but if I'm right, he wrestled Lou Thesz just about a couple of years ago in Lou's final match at age 70 or so. 71 years of age.
I love that Tony's trying to present this info to Jim as if Jim didn't write the
That's what he's going
notes.
to try to use. I talked with him before the match. Well, attempted to. He's going to use his
Oh my
power
God, he
and
almost
strength.
lost him.
And he took this matchup, quite honestly, as a matter of fact.
Why is he screaming so much louder?
A 235-pound man can beat me. And we both know that is incorrect.
Oh shit, STF.
He's going for it right there. He calls it his STF. It's a step over Toho cross-face submission move. And he has won a lot of big matches utilizing his STF, and that's a move that Lou Thesz taught him.
It's also a move that you'll see Tatsumi Fujinami use, the man who, of course, is the IWGP champion. Luger, you know, you talked about his arrogance, feeling that there's no way a man at 235 can defeat me. Luger is really approaching the match in the right way. I mean, Luger has to feel that he is the champion, that there's no way I can lose. And with that mentality,
These
more
over
times than not, you're
gold
not gonna lose,
crossface.
Jim.
Well, we know
Also
that
known as
in the
the
United States there have been a
STF.
lot of great champions
Yes.
in the 235-pound category. One of the great champions that I know that I've officiated many of his championship matches was Jack Briscoe, who probably never weighed over 230.
And many people will tell you, and of course this is a much disputed topic, who is the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time? Many people will say it was Jack Briscoe. And many people who, of course,
Jack
were in
Brickhouse
Florida at the
would say
time
that,
Jack Briscoe
definitely.
reigned, and of course his great, tremendous battles he had with Terry Funk, and will tell you that Jack Briscoe was the greatest of all time. Luger thinks he is.
Well, Luger wants
What
to
if
go
Luger
down as
also
the greatest
thought Jack
athlete
Briscoe
in
was the
history
greatest of all
professional
time?
wrestling.
Yeah, I don't remember
He is a
Fujinami
great
using the
athlete.
STF either. I just think
Nice reversal, but look at the good
they wanted to say that
combo.
another
Luger,
Japanese guy used the STF.
Graduated from college with almost a
Lombardi
4.3
lad,
average.
thank you for the
Turned down an
follow.
appointment to the Naval Academy.
Are you
Was
Steve
kicked out of
Lombardi's
Miami
son?
University, playing football for the Hurricanes. Started in the Canadian Football League at 19.
Was I confused by
He has had a
NWA and
very
WCW belts being two different things?
controversial
I just didn't get why there were two
goes
different
into
belts. I
college.
wasn't so much
I mean, it's actually
confused
pretty-
like who had
I don't know what
who,
he
but I
did
was just
in Miami,
confused
but to get
why
kicked out of Miami,
there were
Florida,
so
you gotta
many
be pretty much
belts
an outlaw.
in WCW at the
I mean,
time.
you know, they're not known for their great sports.
And then like the NWA and the WCW tag belts just were the same thing for a bit.
Tremendous move.
Great leverage.
Yeah, Jim
by
Ross
this young
absolutely
man.
said face lock, or absolutely said
Good
crossface,
on-track
not face
takeover
lock.
again. When Luger
I don't
is
think
in this
Jim had the
position, you've heard us talk
initials
about it on our
correctly.
broadcast.
Correct.
He doesn't have the advantage in strength. Look at his positioning. He's on the canvas. This 235-pounder's wrestling.
Yes, Tagliatore, the
That's what it says
referee.
on the marquee. Or at least we think that's what it said outside on the marquee.
Well, that's what it said, and of course
New York
they
City's favorite New Japan
really apply
employee.
wrestling much more here than they do, of course, back home, so to speak.
Jono is the regular
We're getting the
tag
Luger
team
grunts
partner
now.
of the great Muda.
He was holding out.
They
Yes,
really
there
are
you go,
an
Incident
outstanding tag
73.
team combination.
And our fans will remember Chono. He and Hase came over to the United States back last year to face the Steiner brothers on one of our Clash of Champions. What was a tremendous tag
Chono
team
just
match.
like took
Certainly
a
was. Luger with
flare
a headlock
flop
on
bump
the
for an
parade.
eye rake.
We should add.
Luger will try to Irish whip him in, but Chono got the advantage. Chono went down that time.
Luger won that by being
I think
bigger.
Chono is still dazed from that move earlier. And Luger went for the lateral press. Chono up a little slow.
A little
He expects
slow.
good sportsmanship from Lex Luger. He's really
Jim Ross
wrong
is fully
because
aware
Luger
Luger's
rarely
heading out.
displays
He is-
any compassion or any positive sportsmanship in any match.
Chono went down from that last exchange, but Luger hurt his arm.
Collision detection was off. They're gonna do that like
goes to the arm.
glitch thing.
Luger is impatient, Tony. I think he's rushing his moves. He's trying to hit that big, high-impact move. Again, we use the baseball analogy, if you will. He's waiting for his pitch. He's not looking for a base hit. He's looking for a home run. He wants to put it out of the park with one blow. And we know that when a batter in baseball have that attitude, oftentimes they strike out a lot.
They make the big mistake.
That's right.
You're right.
This match is totally like a baseball game.
And therefore, if the mistake could be for Chono to put on his submission STF maneuver on, then quickly we could have a new WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Big matchup for Chono. This is his hometown in Tokyo, and he's got a lot of friends and family here to see him compete for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. He had gone through tremendous competition to earn this opportunity.
What is that strange butthead laugh sound? I think that's just my voice.
Came out with a high-impact move. That clothesline.
Hey, kid, Brent.
Chono down. Luger, though, being very deliberate now.
This event is being covered by every major newspaper in Japan. Their equivalent of the USA Today.
It might be Luger
and all the
huffing and
daily
puffing
papers
there.
Are here at ringside. This is being covered by every news gathering organization.
Every
in the
news
country.
gathering organization.
There
Yeah,
has
Chono
never
was
been
born in
a
Seattle.
sporting event
Yeah, born
or
in
event of
America.
any kind with more people in this facility than we
That
are
is
seeing
right,
right
Dr.
here
Lee.
today.
Clothesline from Luger.
That was not a finisher until Lex Luger had a plate put in his
We've
arm.
got a 1-2 and almost got him.
He's thinking, man, I need to get into a motorcycle accident.
Well, Luger's body weight being so much greater than his opponent almost was a deciding factor in the cover. He nailed him with the clothesline using his power, but the body weight came into play on the lateral press as he tries to go for another high-impact move, and he executed it.
Big suplex.
This time.
And he's going to cover again. And Chono quickly gets out. You may notice that our good friend Hattori-san is the official assigned. He was assigned, of course, to some of the big matches last year, and of course came over to the United States.
Well, that's the only thing they knew back then was every Japanese wrestler's from Tokyo. They only knew one town in Japan.
Always a great host when we're here in
I'm just
Tokyo.
happy that
Now, watch-
Jim Ross knew that Kim Duck was Korean
That's a dimension that Luger has
and acted like
not
Korea was a
prepared
different
for.
country.
The karate, and there's that Saito suplex, a modified version. We said earlier when we saw
So
Mr.
they
Saito,
called the
you
Saito
see that a lot
suplex
of
for Masa
Japanese
Chono,
wrestlers
but
use that
not
version
for
of the Saito
Masa
suplex.
Saito.
But Luger caught him.
That was
Luger was waiting
dope.
on him. Even though he's not prepared for the martial arts, there's no denying the conditioning of the World Heavyweight Championship.
And that was raw power. The strength and power advantage of Lex Luger, and Luger using a DDT. We've not seen him use that move here in the United States, ever.
Luger going for his submission hold. He gathers some boos from the fans with that gesture, and he picks him up, or does he? No, sir. Chono slipped from behind. Backslide. 1, 2, and he got out of it.
Barely got out of it. He had
True,
to
they did
give
know
the course
Hiroshima, but for the
really
wrong
well.
reasons.
Got it.
Yeah. They did call it the Saito. I did not hear Jim Ross say the
And
Saito
crowd here
suplex.
beginning to sense
Okay, they did call it the Saito
that
suplex.
Chono
Pleasantly
is
surprised.
Is the aggressor
Alright.
at this point in time. He's going to go
Thank
for
you,
a submission
Stagwire.
move.
He's going for
He's
it.
going for it. Trying to get the STF.
The STF,
Got it, and Luger's
that
gonna try to
crossface.
counter by crawling to the ropes, Jim.
Luger has got to get to the ropes, Tony, or he's going to lose the title right here.
Okay,
I don't think he
RBH looked
really
it
has
up.
the head locked
Kim
the way he
Duck
wants
did
to,
work
because
Oklahoma in the
Luger's able to crawl out.
70s.
Look at
That's
Luger's
why Jim
face. He
Ross
can
knew
see
he
the
was
ropes.
Korean.
And there he's in the ropes. If that move is applied the way Chono wants, then it basically blocks the vision.
Luger, being 6'5", also had a factor in that hold as well as far as the leverage positioning was concerned. 5-arm, reminiscent of the tailor-made man right there.
That's
Good
right.
move by Masa Chono.
And then he's going to go out in the crowd and hit a
Chono's gonna
child
try
in the
a
face with a
maneuver now as He
belt.
tries to rethink his strategy up
Also,
top.
a la the
He's
tailor-made
up.
man.
Got a shoulder, but he's dazed as well.
Well, he took a chance. He put his own body on the line. Reminiscent of a Cactus Jack. Doesn't mind punishing himself to gain the advantage. But
Oh.
right there, Luger. Good ring savvy by the champion.
Good ring savvy by the champion.
Chono on the
Seriously.
inside. Rolls Luger up too.
All of you that were not here for the
Tomathon
Tomathon yesterday, seeing these
And this crowd
Terry
really
Taylor
into this matchup.
messages in the chat.
Luger
I mean, there's a reason for it. We saw Terry Taylor beat a child
Now he's
last
gonna
night
retaliate.
And he gets a 2 count.
with a belt
So
in the
Chono
face.
escaped. Many near
In the
falls
face.
In this match.
Burt Prentice almost
And
cried
roll up
about it.
again by Chono. 3, no, 2 count. I thought it was there.
But wasn't
Wow, that
arrested.
was close.
Luger again.
He just
with
had to
a
wrestle
tremendous
the kid's
strength. That's
dad.
what saved him on that
Christmas
occasion.
chaos at the fairgrounds in Nashville.
Headbutt by Chono.
Chono's come so close to being the world champion on many occasions. Once again,
He
going to
did
try a
just
high-risk
demolish
maneuver.
my automobile.
Luger's up,
Oh,
and he missed.
Well, Chono went for everything that time. He's almost. as
yeah,
if
we
he
saw
was
Burt
swinging
Prentice
for the fences.
choke old
Luger
Sarah
able to move
Lee.
out of the way. Luger very
Called her
quick
every
for a man
misogynistic bad word in the book
85
while doing so, and then he smashed a bunch of homemade or household appliances.
Yep, it's human torture
Up
rack.
torture rack time.
Tiger Torrey ready to make the call.
Oh yeah, they would not have let that shit go at Beaver Fever. That was insane what just happened.
And Luger now is going to continue.
Yeah, if Terry Taylor hit a child at Beaver Fever, Dynamite Dean and the gang would have beat his ass. Yeah, the Terry Taylor footage was free. And yeah, that 15 minutes of the NWA Worldwide yesterday was some of the most insane shit we've seen. And we had the Farron Fox, Barry Houston, Jenny Jones show murder storyline.
Even if he gives up, the match would not be stopped.
Well, Luger can retain the title with a count-out victory.
Luger's like, I'm just going to do my finisher on the floor even though I can't win with it. Because it's cool. It's a cool hold.
That may be what he wants, Jim. Because he put the submission hold, he rolled in, and is waiting on him, thinking he won't be able to get back in, but here he comes.
He got in at 18. And the fans here happy that the match is continuing.
See, most wrestlers here are 18 and they run.
But good move, that was a great count.
Yeah, Barry Houston in his sweet undercut ponytail yesterday. His looks like just kicking him in the balls. Oh my god, if he wins with the shitty little elbow drop, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god, he won with a shitty little elbow drop. Yeah, now we know why Chono joined the NWO. Lex Luger was a total dick to him in 1992. Makes sense.
World Heavyweight title from Masa Chono.
Showing everyone in Japan what we've known in the United States for years. He'll do anything to hold on to it.
That elbow drop was way shittier than Luger's pile driver. Luger's pile driver was occasionally
We'll
cool.
go back down to the ring too.
Whereas that elbow drop was just like,
go one-on-one. Tatsumi Fujinami,
elbow drop fucking
the
sucked.
IWGP champion, in a title versus title matchup with Ricky Choshu, who is the champion of the greatest 18 club. We'll talk more about this matchup, but now we're ready for the introductions.
And the entrance of Ricky Choshu, the first of
all right,
these
Ricky
two champions to come in.
Choshu.
Here's a man who's the greatest 18 club champion, but also a former IWGP champion. His
Not
great
wearing knee
athlete, Tony, no
pads
doubt
as
about
per
it. He's been in
usual,
sport
looking
about
real
13 and a
perverted
half
here.
years. 5'11", 240 pounds. Used a lot of very unique maneuvers.
See, if you're an American watching New Japan, you just assume everyone uses this song.
He also uses a lariat, much like Barry Windham, and a twisting belly-to-back suplex, known as, again, the Saito suplex. So Mr. Saito has had a very positive influence on many of the athletes here. Choshu, most popular wrestler in Japan for most of the 1980s. A multi-time IWGP champion who represents Japan as a freestyle wrestler in the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, Germany.
You saw in the ring Hiro Matsuda, who is one of the officials of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Of course, very familiar with our.
Oh, they're
fans
totally
in
not going to mention him doing the
Here
Scorpion
comes
Death.
Tatsumi Fujinami, of course, our
Wow, okay.
know Fujinami quite well. He's the
Fujinami
champion and was
beat
very
Ric
close to
Flair
being
for
the world
the
heavyweight
NWA
champion
World title.
just about last year at this time.
Well, if not for a
Kinda, sorta.
controversial officiating situation last year,
Carrick,
at this very
thank you for
facility,
the
he would have been
follow.
the WCW
As we see
heavyweight
Tatsumi
champion of the
Fujinami
world.
come into the
But
ring.
interestingly enough, on the research I've done, the rivalry
I'm
between
genuinely and
Tatsumi
pleasantly
Fujinami
surprised
and that man,
that
Ricky
this match made
Choshu
the cut and not the Bill
began in
Kazmaier match.
1982, and they have had a very intense rivalry. But it's not a
Leonis
rivalry where
father.
there has been a lot of verbal insults and I'm going to do this.
Yeah,
this
Ricky
guy. This is
Choshu's
a very
lariat is nothing
professional,
like Barry.
very
Barry Windham's is like the diving one.
situation
Yeah,
between
no.
these two.
I think
And this match
Jim
is
just saw
for
Lariat on the
Fujinami
bio and is like, oh, I'll compare him to Barry
Championship
Windham. Everybody
and
will know what I'm talking
the
about.
greatest 18 club championship currently held by Ricky Choshu as Mr. Matsuda will hold the belt.
big matchup here, as we said earlier. All the media here. This is another one of the big main events that the people, especially the people here that follow New Japan, have obviously come to see.
Now, the Greatest 18 Club, Jim, from what I understand,
All right,
it's
Brian
almost
looked it
like,
up for those of you
isn't
that
it
were
like
here
a Hall
last
of
night.
Fame?
Mike Rapata's
You have to be one of the
Wikipedia page
greatest
says
of all time to be in this
Mike
Greatest 18
Rapata's
Club. You have to,
Wikipedia
have earned
page says
many
that Mike Rapata
accomplishments in the
Jr.
sport.
wrestled on the Indies,
I think it has
but
to
he's
do
not on
with,
Cage Match.
Not only the performances
The sound
in the
just
ring,
randomly
how you
got better.
conduct
Okay,
yourself.
awesome.
It's a very
Good, good, good.
prestigious honor to be in the Greatest
That's
18 Club.
strange. Yeah, I did nothing. Yeah, Mike Sr. being occasionally active on the Indies. He has a couple matches on YouTube
He
in the
also
last
played
couple
second
years.
in the USA Greco-Roman Nationals while he was training for the Olympics. And we'll get the introduction of Tatsumi Fujinami.
Gonna see if I can nail the water bottle in the trash like I did last night. Nope, I didn't even make it out of the room.
All right,
I'm a
Tatsumi
dipshit.
Fujinami and Ricky Choshu. You know, you mentioned
Last
about
night
the
I threw
rivalry,
the water
which hasn't
bottle
been a very vocal
all the
one,
way
and it
across
hasn't been a physical
the
one. You're not gonna
office
see many sneak
space,
attacks with a chair
into
or
the
as we said
kitchen,
before, or with a
into
telephone,
the
outside
trash
of
can on
ring
the
when you
other
have these
side of
two,
the
men in there.
other
But you're
side of the
going to see
place.
a great wrestling matchup, and we are anticipating one right here.
This will be a no-frills match, very fundamental. Both men looking to capitalize on any mistake that their opponent might make.
God, I don't like wrestlers
Fujinami
not wearing knee
likes
pads.
to use the Dragon Sleeper.
They just look too
It's not a
naked.
sleeper hold, but it is a
And Ricky
submission
Choshu
move. That's
also
what
of
they call it,
Korean
the Dragon
heritage. Jim
Sleeper.
Ross
It's a
totally not going to
basically
mention
kind
that.
of a reverse chin lock and cross
Thank
face
you, Yankee.
combination.
I undeserved
Also like to
applause
use
tonight.
a
The bottles
over-the-knee
just
back
literally
breaker.
landed
He
here
does
beside me.
Use the full Nelson
Much
into a
shittier
belly-to-back
throw
suplex, which has been nicknamed the Dragon Suplex. We saw that move used earlier in the program.
That's right, by Akira Nagami to get the win.
His belly-to-back suplex of the bridge is a German suplex. So the Japanese very, very sound, but they like to utilize suplexes, much like we'll see, I'm sure, still to
Japanese
come
are
when the
very
Steiner brothers
sound,
take on Sting
but
and
they
the
don't
Great
go and
Muta
play these newfangled
from the
fucking
Tokyo Dome
suplexes.
Tiger Hattori is the referee for this one as well. And basically a stalemate right here between both athletes, working in very
There
closely.
she plays, that's
No
right,
high-impact
Gordon.
maneuvers, just a lot of holds here.
Drunk Gordon Soleil.
Fujinami, one of the most popular wrestlers in the 70s. Good fireman carry, high fireman carry takeover. And Fujinami was trained by a real legend here in Japan, and Antonio Inoki. And Mr. Inoki is in the equivalent of the Senate or Congress here in Tokyo. So he has elevated himself to very lofty status in the Japanese community. Very involved in government.
Very involved
And
in
truly,
government.
nationally, one of the greatest sports figures ever in this country.
Many of the fans remember that Inoki was the wrestler that had the infamous match with Muhammad Ali many, many years ago.
And continued to kick him in the leg until he got blood clots, if I recall.
Exactly. Going to a 12-round or 15-round time limit draw.
There are many people who will claim, Jim, that Muhammad Ali was never as quick again after that match from those kicks. I've read that a couple of places. Right now, though, just basically, both men with some tremendous wrestling holds. The only real slam we've seen has been like a fireman's carry takeover.
Well, both men know that if they find themselves in a position to get caught in the other's suplex or a favorite maneuver can be over. Good snap mare there. Choshu a little thicker, a little stronger.
A little thicker.
And that may be an advantage. It may not be an advantage. And I'm not trying to straddle the fence. If he gets a chance to get the match over early, it obviously is going to be to his advantage. But as this match progresses, I think then that could work against him, because Fujinami is known as one of the best conditioned athletes in the world of professional wrestling.
But he's obviously, Jono is obviously not trying to get the match over here now, because he's not doing any attempt at a submission hold or a pinning predicament. He's just holding on. You think he's just feeling out the man here?
Again, what do you think, like, little
I think both
kids
guys respect
whose
each other
parents
so much
bought them this
that they are being a little
pay-per-view
bit cautious.
are thinking right
Very
here?
much talked about.
These
match.
guys
This
don't
match had
look
a
like
lot of press.
Sting
as we all know. And that was some aggression by Fujinami.
I think he did call him Chono.
Choshu didn't even really want to
I didn't even
react
catch
as
that, but
if
I
felt
think
that.
I do
There's a
remember him being called Chono
real
there. That's
mind
fuck's
game
sake.
play between great athletes, and these are two of the best in all of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Shoulder block takedown. And now they pick up the pace here.
There you go.
Fujinami with his first slam. And they are in the ropes as Choshu's foot is underneath the far side ropes. Tiger Hattori calls for the break once
See,
again.
this is the stuff that's hard to stream because they're just doing nuts and
If
bolts
Fujinami
good
has
wrestling.
any weaknesses, it may be his back.
There's no silly
because
Billy shit here.
He was out of action from the summer of '89 through late 1990, about 17 months.
I mean, in the
With a back
summer
injury that
of
everybody really thought it
89.
ended his career. And when he made his comeback, and when he came back in late October of '90,
I believe up next is our main
he got
event.
himself in condition to win back
Sting
the
and Muta
IWGP
against the Steiner
Championship.
brothers.
The champion at that time was Ricky Choshu. And on December
Saito
26th, he won the
suplex.
match. Now, Choshu,
I
that was
also
a great
forget it's in
suplex there.
73.
Again,
Was this
working
before or
on
after the
back.
Maeda incident?
Choshu.
This is so much better. Like, it's so weird watching, like, really good wrestling.
Right to the midsection. And Fujinami at about
This is
the 10-minute
after,
mark of this
okay.
match is in trouble.
Thank you, great boy.
Going to take him off his feet again. There it is. Scorpion
There it is.
Deathlock time.
You hear the crowd reacting to it because they know the effectiveness of the move. He incorporates it a little differently than Sting. And I'm
Does
sure
he?
that if you ask the Japanese media, they would say that Choshu's version is more effective than Sting's. The American journalists and fans would probably have a different opinion. But in any event,
Jim Ross is
On
like,
any
the
continent,
American journalists would have a
it's a heck of
different
a devastating
opinion.
maneuver.
Like
It really is.
Dave Meltzer
And remember,
would
he's used the move.
say that
now
Sting's
two
version's
moments after
better.
worked
He
on the back
wouldn't,
like
but I'm
he
gonna
talked
lie
about
and say
doing
that he
a
would.
suplex, And then the kick to the back. So he put it on at the right moment. The question is, can Fujinami stay with him?
I think Choshu's version of the Scorpion Deathlock puts more pressure on the lower back than Sting's. I think Sting's puts more
He could
emphasis
slide into
on
it
the
easier because he
knee and on the
has
ankle.
sweaty knees with no knee pads on.
Well, it's the position of
Real
the man
pervert
executing
shit.
the move. And
Now, wasn't that unique? He relinquished the maneuver, and the man wasn't in the ropes. He relinquished the maneuver because he wants to take another path here. And those karate kicks, good move. Single leg takedown, great amateur move. And now, Fujinami trying to set Choshu for the Scorpion Death.
Look at
Let
that.
him know how it feels.
And there it is.
Boy, this is no
God, we should do a
wrestling.
7-foot
There was not
goth
any
marathon.
glorious,
I don't know if we
music
could
bringing
get
these
2
guys
hours of
glitters
7-foot
music.
goth matches,
They're
though.
wearing
That's the
black
problem.
boots, black tights. I mean, this is an athletic contest of immense proportions here in Tokyo, and I like this fundamental mat wrestling style. that we're
Jim
seeing
Ross.
right
I like
now.
when they
And notice how
wrestle.
Choshu's counter
I like when they
was
do
much
wrestling
like Fujinami.
holds.
Both men were
And they get in
getting
there
up
in
on
their little
arms
black trunks and they
to try to take
grapple,
away some pressure from
and
the
they
lower back.
Exactly right.
wrestle around,
Exactly right. Both men now
they
back up to a
do
vertical base.
sport things.
These guys know each other so well. They know, as I said, this feud is 10 years old. It has, gone off and on for the last 10 years. So they're not going to do anything. They're not going to surprise the other. As Fujinami using those karate kicks. And the
I mean, you
biggest muscle in
could.
the body is the thigh muscle.
You could surprise them, like if you whip your
Officially
balls
called the
out, that'd be a
quadriceps
surprise.
femoris. It has
You'd be like,
blood
what the
that's
fuck are
where
you
the
doing? And then
hamstring
you
is
punch him in the
located.
face.
You can certainly get blood clots in it.
And that's
You can
not
certainly get
illegal.
the
It is not illegal
contusion
in
that will limit your- good
the
move.
world
That
of
was an
wrestling
adjustment by
to
Fujinami. He almost got
pull
suplexed
your
on his
genitals
head,
out
but he made an adjustment
to shock
in
your
midair.
opponent.
But my point is
I
that
think that
Fujinami's
should be
trying to
done more
work on
often,
those
actually.
thighs, and that
Slash
is certainly,
yourself,
proving to be effective
and then when your
as
opponent's
it has
shocked, you just
limited
slap him.
Choshu's maneuverability.
That adjustment has given Fujinami now this advantage. The fans here are loving every minute of this, and we are also. Hope you are. One of our better matchups on the Japan Super
You
Show.
can't say that, Tony.
Wow,
This is one of the
Driver is
better
American
matchups
as,
on the
apple
show.
pie right there.
What's the
They
worst
incorporate
match,
many
Tony?
of the moves that
Please.
we,
Give us your
grown to
star
be accustomed
ratings.
to in the United States. Nice snap arrow. Now watch this one. That's his move right there. is a reverse chinlock and crossface.
Yeah, I saw that Stardom posted their show
He has won championships
today,
with this
free on
move.
YouTube.
They call it
Not
the
watched it.
Dragon Sleeper. But as I mentioned
Choshu,
earlier,
of course, was a
sleeper
walk-on
hold,
linebacker
and
for
Choshu's
Osaka
very
State.
fortunate
Yes,
to be
sir.
able to get to the rope.
Fujinami waiting for the break and then gets a foot to the back. So Fujinami now with a sleeper hold of his own, sending Ricky Choshu down. There it is again.
There it is right again.
You think Ultimo
Dragon
Dragon ever,
Sleeper, the
like,
submission move.
didn't wash his pits as a
Well, you
rib?
can tell just looking at
Like, if he
Choshu how
didn't like
peaceful that
somebody
maneuver
he was
really is.
wrestling,
And
he
even
just
though
didn't
did not get a
shower
submission,
after he went to the
it
gym
certainly
that
has
day.
worked on Choshu and it's probably worn him down a little bit. Down he goes one more time.
Our good friends Jimmy Suzuki and Wally Yamaguchi covering this
Wally
event, who are
Yamaguchi,
the,
whose
premier
wife
journalists
would
in the sport.
later be fucked by
Sometimes I wonder if we
Valvinus
could even survive over
6
here
years
without Wally
later on
Yamaguchi.
Monday Night Raw.
He can speak both languages.
And by
quite
wife,
well.
I mean a 16-year-old
That's the
model.
move right there. And if I'm not mistaken, that Antonio Inoki has perfected over the years. I think I might be wrong about this. I think that's the octopus move.
That is the octopus move,
And
Jim.
that's a move that Inoki, who trained Fujinami, really has perfected.
A very physical matchup. Many submission-type maneuvers. Not many risks taken, but by golly, here's going to be one right here.
By
You know,
golly.
there's a lot of
Tony
fans
needs to bring
watching
back
this
the by
broadcast that
golly.
know more about.
By golly,
Japanese
Hangman
wrestling
Page
that
stuck a
Tony
syringe in
arrived.
that man's mouth.
Big time move here. And that was a suplex from the top. Again, Choshu is trying to work on the lower back. Again, that could be the only weakness that Fujinami has. It may be time for that lariat he likes to use. And there's a drop kick.
Yeah, that lariat totally
Fujinami
like
saw
Barry
it coming.
Windham's.
He was waiting on it. The drop kick put Choshu down for a 2 count. Wow. That was
We said about the basics, the black tights, black boots. You know, Choshu showing a great color there. He's wearing white boots. That's about as glamorous as these two guys will get. Much unlike
State roll up. We didn't get over.
Choshu's legs too strong there.
Both men are weary, as you can tell.
Outlaw the ding-dongs.
Very physical matchup. Both men slow to get up, but it's Fujinami.
Upside a suplex, baby.
And Fujinami suplexed by Choshu. I mentioned earlier that Choshu was trained by Mr. Saito.
Yeah, great
And that was
mullet
a
on
tremendous,
Choshu's head. That's how you identify
That
him.
twisting belly to
He's
back.
the sexier of the two.
And that two of them, it's going to be hard for Fujinami now. Quite frankly, after 2 Saito suplexes,
But he's not covering him, Tim.
which is a little bit strange. But
Boom! There's
You
that,
hear the
quote,
impact of
Barry
that one,
Windham
Tony, and that
lariat.
Ricky lariat.
Oh, boy, he clubbed him
Oh,
from behind.
fuck.
Man.
But look, Fujinami's still standing. It's incredible.
Hell yeah.
3 lariats, 2 Saito suplexes, and he got it.
There we go.
Choshu wins it.
Ricky
And you
Choshu.
talk about
Probably the
high
only
impact
time we will
moves
ever
in
see Ricky
succession.
Choshu
2
on
twisting
WCW Deep
belly-to-back
Cuts
suplexes.
Live.
3 Ricky
As he
lariats,
exits to
1
the same
devastating
song as
one from
everybody
the back
else
of the head. This has been
on this
an
fucking show has
outstanding
used.
contest that these 65,000 fans, including yours truly, have thoroughly enjoyed.
The attendance coming down. Ricky Choshu will win 2 titles. He has the greatest 18 club title, and of course he's now IWGP heavyweight champion. And you know, Fujinami stayed up as long as he could, but the last Ricky lariat put him off his feet.
Hell of a match these two
What a
had.
matchup, great sportsmanship. No one pulled a hair, no one did anything cheap, no tight pulling, they didn't use the ropes.
They observed the code of
This
honor.
was wrestling at its finest. I think that
Yeah,
everyone
Fujinami came in for Wrestle War
'92.
'92.
This has been a
Yes.
tremendous wrestling match. I would love to see more of this in the United States.
Choshu getting the winner's trophy that they always give champions when they win.
They should do that in America. Just give
Trophy given to
everyone a
Dusty
fucking
Rhodes and
trophy for
Dustin Rhodes
winning.
early on. Some dignitaries making their way to the ring, and this has been quite a contest. There you see the double champion, and the
Also,
man
you
who
should have
won the
young boys
IWGP
icing all the
championship.
old men's backs.
Great sportsmanship. Great. How refreshing.
How refreshing. These stupid ass white boys in America
tremendous win for Ricky Choshu. I tell you what, he is as tough as nails and really, really popular here in Japan. But now the match everyone's waiting for, Jim. It's
Main event time, baby.
It certainly is. The promoters here in Tokyo.
Oh, it's Tenzan. Did not recognize him. Thank you, Dr. Leo. Tenzan was the young boy there, icing down and giving out belts.
5,000 fans came to see. Sting and the Steiners are friends. Sting and Muta have been enemies. This should be most interesting. Let's go down for the introduction.
Muta and Rick Steiner sometimes shower together.
Jim, you're watching the entrance of one of the most popular international wrestling teams.
Yeah, Scotland did
of all time.
play this a while back, didn't he?
Very popular.
Did they have a band
States,
pretending to play the song live?
At this event, to become IWGP champions,
That's hilarious.
the Steiners have been very popular in this country as well.
Oh, these graphics are sick.
Tokyo. They love them all throughout Japan. I think the respect factor that the Steiners have earned.
Yeah, Scott and Muta
really
paint each
evident.
other's faces.
The Japanese fans love the no frill. Let's get down.
Scott and Rick stick pencils up each other's asses. It's a whole conundrum with these guys.
City, Michigan. As many of you know, went to the University of Michigan on full athletic scholarship. They both graduated by
They
the
should have
way.
had more bands pretend to play the
Both in
WCW
degrees
stock
in,
music
Education.
live.
Had planned on being teachers until professional wrestling called. They were the IWGP champions until having to be stripped of those titles because of Scott's injury. And this
God,
should be
could
a
you
great
imagine if Scott actually ended up
ovation for one of
becoming
the
a
most
school
popular
teacher?
athletes in the world, the Stinger.
God, this looks sick. Why did anyone ever believe that the WWF's production values were like the best in the industry?
Now, that entranceway is actually out in center field, Jim.
Bow, bow.
That the promoters spent over
Yeah, this is the
$1
best thing
million
song. I will
on
fight
the
to the
lighting
death.
grid, the special
This is
effects,
better than Man
and the
Called
rampway.
Stang.
Just over $1 million in the staging and all
Bow,
the...
bow. And Sting, dude, you're in the Tokyo Dome and you brought the jacket you wear when you forget your jacket. That's bullshit,
Sting, of
Sting.
course,
And you know
very
that.
popular athlete here in Japan as well. And
down.
last year this time, he and the Great
Loving
Muta
these
were doing
graphics.
battles. Interesting enough, they are having separate entrances for both Sting and for his partner, the Great Muta.
This was a real dream match because Sting certainly is still great friends with the Steiner brothers. No problem at all as far as...
Yeah, Sting,
and the
for a
Steiners
guy
are
who was like
concerned. I
partnered
don't
with
wanna
the
say
Steiner
that,
brothers,
Sting
wrestled
and
them
Muta
so many
are the
times.
greatest of pals, but they certainly have a mutual respect for each other as we get ready for Muta's introduction. Real dream match. This is a match that the fans in Japan wanted to see, and it took the promoters almost a year to sign it.
God, what
They
stock
mentioned
song
how
will Muta come
popular
out
the
to?
Steiners were, and of course, everyone knows
The
about
same fucking one.
the Great Muta.
Y'all.
And you know, I understand.
You have,
everywhere
like,
the
5
Steiners
stereotypical
perform in
Japanese
Japan,
wrestler
it's an automatic
songs.
sellout. Talking to the promoters over here. Look at
Damn.
this.
You've heard of the Flying Walendas? Well, these are the Flying Yamaguchis or someone, I would assume.
This entrance is the
They are
third best
certainly
match on the show.
adding to the pageantry of this event.
Yeah, they wouldn't even dub it the Great Muta song from
And
WCW.
he is
He had to use the same song that everybody else used. This is some Evolve 1 shit. That is
You know, we
parkour.
thought Bill Kazmaier carrying a world on his shoulders was a big entrance, didn't we?
Sure did. You know, he's got a dual personality, Muta. We have
I always
seen-
loved
we
this
are accustomed
gear.
in the United States to seeing him with his face
They would play
painted.
clips of this on WCW TV over the years. I always loved Muta in blue.
You know, in this attire right here, he also wrestles, his real name, Kenji Muta,
Keiji, not Kenji.
but he also wrestles
Without the
without the
face
paint.
Yeah.
Very popular. So
Glitter Mouse, thank you for the
he's
Prime
always
sub.
projected and perceived as two different personalities.
Yeah, that the blue looks
and
good.
His food is basically dictated by his ring attire. Very,
They
boy,
use the
looks
metric
great, too, in
system.
This, attire. Shaking hands with the Stinger. Again,
They
you
are
may
breaking
be
kayfabe.
confused
God.
regarding
The Great
the
Muta,
attitudes
who
of
was
these
sometimes
men.
Keiji Muto,
Great
over here with
respect.
Sting, who was sometimes a
Like the
real
last
estate
match
agent.
between Choshu and Fujinami. Great respect between athletes. I think the fans really admire that.
So the much anticipated matchup is almost a reality.
Yeah,
Bill
Great Muta
Alfonso
blew
will be the
himself.
referee. And look at the fans.
Agreed, Yankee
The
Hawk. What a
waving of
great
the
rivalry.
yellow, if you will, hanky or piece of
I
cloth
blow up
is a
Sting.
symbol of a lot of respect. They were waving the hankies when we saw Antonio Inoki, when we saw Ricky Chochu
they
and
were waving
Fujinami,
the
and now we see the
hankies.
Steiners and, of course, Sting and Muta.
I wish to be so popular someday that people wave hankies at me.
Reaction as
Oh,
they see the paint, because as we
fuck.
said, he does
Wood is so
wrestle
cool
without
that he
the
shows
paint.
off his face paint and people are like,
It's almost
ooh.
a psychological tool for the great Muta, as the brothers in paint for this particular contest, Muta and Sting, both with their faces painted, both very colorfully attired, to take on the Steiner brothers. And the Steiner brothers, I think, have the advantage in this contest, and I think the reasons are very obvious. They wrestle together almost exclusively. And Muta and Sting, to
Now
my
I'm
knowledge,
blue.
have never
Oh, he's
been
gonna
partners
miss.
before.
Hell yeah. And it's
As
blue.
Muta sprays the blue. And again.
They've never been partners before, and you know Muta quite well. He has a very limited
This should be
English,
sick as hell.
so there may be a
I
communication
think
problem.
I think I
Also,
was
Jim,
in the chat
another
when we
thing
watched
need
this
to
in the
talk about
potluck
is
before.
He really wasn't a
But I haven't
fighter
seen
with
it
Dusty
since
or
then,
Dustin or
and I hadn't
Anders
seen it
Zbyszko
for
of any of
years
the
before
American
that,
wrestlers we've
so.
seen. These guys came in.
And I've also got a dumb,
last
stupid
night,
brain, so I
plane trip.
forget
They've
things
gotta
a
be
lot.
tired.
So
I would think of the four men that Muta would be the one to go the longest.
He will be the freshest in this match, no doubt about it.
yeah, I think the
As Scotty
red is
Steiner
the
and Muta
classic
started
Muta
off,
look.
Muta's so quick. He will be the quickest
I
man
kind
in
of
this
prefer the
contest,
blue.
without a doubt.
Kind of prefer the blue.
His
Stephen
martial
J.
arts moves, I think,
J.
will keep
Neptune
the
made this
Steiners
week
off
in
balance.
history.
But once
January
they slow
4th,
it down and
1992, the
establish
Knicks
their
beat the
physical
Bullets
dominance, Muta's
on
gotta
the
be very, very
court.
careful.
Oh,
He's also the smallest man in this matchup.
New Jersey
As he
Devils
makes a
defeated the
very
Rangers 6-4 on
timely
the
tag for
ice. The
Stinger.
number one movie in America was Hook. The number one song in
And a
America
tag
was
is made
Black
on the
or
other
White by
side
Michael
as Rick
Jackson.
Steiner and Sting. It was Super
All
Brawl
right,
last
Sting and
year
Rick
where the
Steiner.
Steiners faced Sting and Lex Luger. What was one of the better matchups you ever find in tag team wrestling. We're expecting much of the same here in this match.
Many fans thought that was the match of the year in 1991,
and I would agree. Great maneuver, a lot of power.
And a Steiner line. Sting has felt the Steiner line before, and Rick Steiner going to try to put it away early.
This is uncharacteristic.
Oh,
Rick
boom.
Steiner, he's got the bulldog.
They won the IWGP
Steiner line,
title
or Steiner
with that
Bulldog.
move right in this facility last year. And Sting got out. He got out right at 2 there.
So Rick Steiner, as you said, Jim, turned it up a notch here early on in the match.
Oh.
My goodness, Sting knocked him for a loop with that one. And Steiner was
You see, when
abandon went in.
Steiners
That was a
are
mistake,
the
I think.
friends, the Steiners, when the Steiners are friends
No
with
pun
people.
intended,
God, I'm still
almost a
tired from last night.
kamikaze-like attack that backfired on it.
They'll take bumps
And
for
Sting
him.
now
Oh my
taking
God,
back
Brian!
waist
The man
lock,
broke his neck.
has Steiner
I
upside
can't.
down where we see most of
Buff Bag was a
Steiner's
weirdo.
opponents.
The
And
buff
there's a
breaker.
page out of the Steiner playbook.
No question about that.
I think this is only the second time Sting has competed against the Steiners in tag team competition. The first being the match Tony alluded to earlier. And Sting went for the Scorpion there. That was well scouted. Now let's see if Scotty can capitalize.
Wasn't it the
He may
Stinger
be able
splash,
to
not
end
the
it right here.
Scorpion? Or am I just a
Team up,
dumb
it could be a
dummy?
power bomb coming up here. That's what it is.
Hell yeah,
He got it
Scott.
and
Drop
hit him on the
that
back of the head,
fool.
and Sting may be out, or is he?
Well, Scotty's making a mistake here by not going for the cover. He caught him with a power bomb and should have tried to put him away right there.
Tilt-a-whirl. Move we saw early on from Jushin Thunder Liger, and Scotty, of course, one of the creators of that maneuver. 2 count.
Scotty looked a little tentative on that cover.
That's because it's his
He may be
buddy.
second-guessing himself for not covering Sting on the first move.
You know, I really wonder when Sting is in there, how much of that killer instinct the Steiners are noted for really is there. Oh, look at this maneuver.
Great strength. Tombstone pile driver. Well, there's a killer instinct right there because the tombstone pile driver, as this crowd reacts very favorably to the Stinger, is a very aggressive maneuver. It is legal, but very aggressive.
You know, there are 2 types there as we see the count, and Rick Steiner came in. 2 types of... We've been
Steven
talking
J.
about a
Neptune,
killer
man, you just
instinct. There's a
described
type
the perfect
in putting
wrestler.
the maneuver on and showing the fans what you can
If
do.
like
Then
Big
there's the
Papa
one when it
Pump
comes to really
had Scott
making the
had
cover for the
1992
1, 2, 3.
Scott Snyder's
I was a little
mobility,
surprised to see Rick
yes.
Steiner come in and interrupt that count because everything was certainly legal and ethical as far as what
Legal
Sting was
and
doing
ethical.
to Scotty. power
Much
drive
like the
elbow that no one
pornography
can
I watch,
duplicate.
legal and ethical.
I think we should let the fans know, of course, Jushin Thunder Liger has been in the United States. He came to the USA around Christmas time. There are efforts now being made by the promoters to get the Great
counter.
Buddha to come back to the
Oh, I
United
thought he was
States
going to go right.
sometime
Oh,
here.
yeah, he did. Ah, T-bone suplex. That's sick.
That should be a big bonus for all of our fans coming to the arenas in 1992.
Of course, the fans know that Liger won the WCW Light Heavyweight title Christmas night in Atlanta, Georgia, in the Omni. And after that plane ride, Atlanta's a heck of a long way from where we are now.
Oh.
Now, that's a move right there. Let's see if he capitalizes on it. He's hesitating a little bit. I think this crowd of 65,000 has that effect or some effect. They're not following up when they're
Oh, my gosh.
belly-to-back suplex.
And look at Muda. Muda may be out.
Two.
Well, he just got out of it. Closest to the 3 count we've seen so far in this matchup.
See, I would have gotten mad if I saw that Dirt Master. I can't handle
Bill
people
Alfonso, the
disrespecting
official.
pinball machines with their butt cheeks. Oh, that was snug, especially in one of the Japanese rings.
As we mentioned,
That's the most Indiana I've ever seen. One of them
has a great
Japanese
martial arts
rings.
background, but he's also the smallest in body size. That will take its toll on you if the high-impact moves come your way. And I think we're going to see another one right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's this sick fucking suplex he used to do on the top.
Off the top. If so,
Like
it
the
could be
angle
final
slam.
blow.
Oh my god. Oh my
And that's exactly
god.
what it is. Oh, my goodness. Both men take a great deal of punishment on that maneuver. But, of course, the man
See,
in
the
crucifix
Steiner
takes
brothers,
the worst of it.
these
Well,
like
Scotty tried to land with his hip
really
first
great
to
Steiner brothers
distribute the
matches
shots
are all just
evenly,
moves,
while
moves, moves,
Muda landed
moves.
on his upper
But they all
back.
work.
And right here
The
is
Steiners
now
wrestle
that's a
like
very unique move
if
because that's a
8-year-olds
version
could do
of the move
any
we saw
wrestling
earlier
move.
from Tatsumi Fujinami.
They get
Yeah,
that
that's
Will
the,
Ospreay
the
thing
dragon,
going on.
Sleeper, and that's a submission maneuver, putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the neck. Look at how huge Steiner's arm is.
Yes, the Royal Rumble
And now
92 is
Muda's
coming
in the rope.
up. This
And
is
it's
the
the
time
first time
period
that I can recall
around
ever
that
seen Scott Steiner
time.
apply this maneuver. And we've
This is
seen
what
all
the
of their big matches of the
WCW.
last
What
couple
this
of
is
years,
what
Jim.
the WCW. Oh
Now,
my
here
God,
comes Rick up
am I
top.
from
Just maybe the
Calgary?
elbow it
Is presenting
That's
against
a
the
trademark Steiner
WWF.
maneuver. And a smile from the dog-faced gremlin towards Sting, but we get a 2 count only. And I'm very surprised that it was just a token cover at that time again.
Token cover.
A good look.
You know,
Very good camera shot right there.
Tony, excuse me, it was in 1989 that Muda won the WCW
Yeah, it's a shame the Steiners
Television
never,
Championship from
like
Sting.
this version of the Steiners were never in like
as we
those
saw last
THQ
year,
Aki
I
games.
think that was perhaps one of the big marquee matchups last year on the first WCW event here in the Tokyo Egg Dome when Sting took on Muda.
Oh.
And Muda's
Exactly,
gonna be,
exactly, Rev Ray.
well
The
served
Steiners
to make a
are what I
tag
think
as quickly
people
as
wanted the
possible.
Eliminators to be.
Here's the cover again. Once again, Rick Steiner not hooking a leg and just barely covering
Like,
Muda, and Muda gets
I'm
up.
so glad
So I
I've never
wonder
heard
right now
Scott
if Rick
Steiner
by holding on
bitch
here is
about
rethinking
kids
some
doing too
strategy
much
or not.
shit
He's
these
looking over
days.
towards Scotty with a little
Scott
nod.
Steiner did more shit than any of the
And
kids
he
these
seems very
days.
happy, but of course Rick Steiner always seems happy. Now here comes Scotty. Waist lock and a belly-to-belly out of a standing position. Great execution again by
Oh my gosh.
Scott Steiner. Sting on the outside and Muda in a world of trouble here. And they dump him out.
Surprised to see that because can't beat him outside, can't pin him out there.
I think the Steiners are just trying to think. I think the Steiners, strategy-wise, Jim, as you see a belly-to-belly on the floor, are thinking about what to do next. I think that was the stall maneuver to come up with something else.
Stall
Well, it certainly is going to take a lot out of Muda to be suplexed by Rick Steiner out here
Wait, did
on the
Scott's
floor. Now,
son
the
get
attendance
signed to the
rolled
Performance Center? I
Muda
thought he
back
got
in.
like
He got a 20
drafted
count out there,
to
remember.
the NFL or something. I thought he was still
Missing a
playing
Steiner
football.
line, gut wrench to a side suplex. Once out of the book.
I thought he just said like, oh hey, when I'm done playing
And now
football,
the
I'll come
tag, here
team
comes
with
Sting.
Smart wrestling by
cousin
Muda.
Ron
He
Breaker.
had one move, didn't try
I think
to
he's still
follow
playing
up.
football.
He knew he needed to make the tag, and now Scotty has tagged in Rick. So it's Rick Steiner and Sting, the legal men, in there now.
Ron said he
Sting
started
has really
training.
picked up a notch
Okay.
here also.
Maybe he's doing it in like the off
He's going to
season.
send Rick in. Here comes the stinger splash.
I was gonna say
He got
Scott's son was drafted by the Saints.
And
Thank you,
he got him
Liam.
with a stinger
He's probably just
splash.
like training in the
He
off season
capitalized
since
and
they
used
have
the floor
under one of
to
those
make the
NIL
tag here.
deals.
Ah,
Like we have to get our
surprised to
fucking
see
money
that.
out of this kid.
Here it comes.
Oh, he got
Caught him.
Yeah, if you're gonna be moves,
What a
guys, you have to be
Caught
the Steiners.
him and then turned it to a gut-wrench suplex over
That's the
top
level
cover.
of moves
Sting
guy.
makes
You
the
can't
save.
be any
Great
less than the
athletic
Steiners
maneuvers
and
on
be a
both
moves
sides.
guy.
We have
You
seen
know?
both teams make a save, and the competitive juices are literally flowing.
I don't
in
want to
and
know
out.
what juices
All
are flowing out of
four
Rick
men in
Steiner
there.
here. Keep Rick Steiner's
Rick Steiner
juices
and
inside
Muta,
of his
I
body.
think, are the legal men, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Sting and Muta in on Scotty Steiner.
Double Bulldog
Double
coming
team.
here.
Face first.
That shit was in the video games. Listen to this. Look at this crowd again. Yeah, Japanese fans just sit there and applaud like this. Fuck you. That is insane.
Throwing Muta on to Rick Steiner, and look at Sting up on top.
Like the fact no one got hurt from that when Rick did not put up his arms to catch him. Oh shit, Sting with the dive. Alright, both the Scott sons are under NIL deals. They'll probably both end up in the WWE eventually. Oh shit.
Man, they're taking every chance they can.
This is a very modern wrestling match.
And maybe the first team that makes a mistake is going to lose this one. This has been very, very evenly contested.
I'll let the Steiners just fucking stop selling the second Sting hit the ring.
There it is.
Man, is it a shame that Sting became the Crow pretty much as soon as
They tilt-a-whirl.
Ray started in WCW.
Now wait a minute.
They showed that. So they showed that finish on WCW TV for years. I always loved it. The flying head scissors into the victory roll. Never got why that wasn't like a regular thing for somebody.
Was the legal man in the ring, quite frankly.
I always thought it was a really cool variation of the flying head scissors.
Sting and the Great Muta, and a surprising ending to this.
Bow.
It was a great tag team.
Well, it was a double pin, and I tell you,
Bow.
we'll look at it
Bow,
again
bow.
in a few more moments.
Bow, bow.
It has been a tremendous event here in the Tokyo
Sting, Sting, Sting.
We've had a tremendous
Sting.
event, Jim. Let's go back and
Sting,
take a look at some
Sting.
of the things that went on.
Sting. Sting, Sting. Oh, we're just watching the shit we already watched because they didn't fill up the show completely.
Competition as he came with his son Dustin Rhodes to take on Mr. Saito and Kim Duck. This happened early in the matchup.
Dusty really turned it up a notch, of course. His return to Japan. It was a great match that Dusty and Dustin won with that bulldog maneuver. And the fans were into this match from the opening bell. No question about it.
And it was Dustin's quickness and his tremendous proficiency.
That way, if you forgot what happened in the Mr. Saito match, there you go.
That proved to be the deciding factor in this matchup. Dustin sustained a lot of punishment, much to his credit. He was
Much to his credit.
very resilient and came through with this move.
And that was the 1, 2, 3. Okay,
This
and
was
in the battle
sick.
of the super heavyweight,
This was
so
the
to
match
speak,
of the
took a
night,
turn
in
on
my
the
opinion.
outside. It was a double count out, but the last blow was from Big Van Vader.
I just love Big Jorge so
Big Van
much.
Vader at 445 Elegante. This match was not pretty at all. It was very, very
Fuck you, Jim. It
physical.
was very pretty.
Very, very
I'd say it was the
hard-hitting.
prettiest.
Now you hear the count to 16. We're going to have a double count out here, but then they went over towards the helmet, and that's where the last blow was made.
Well, Vader used his ceremonial headdress here, and you'll see
Nope,
that
we should not use
that
Kazmaier
beam or whatever
highlights.
it is, right into the
Yep,
eyes
you need to see
of
way
El
more
Gigante.
Dusty and Mr. Saito
Here it is.
doing some razzmatazz, baby.
Okay, and then our final matchup, one that was, we thought, very controversial, saw Sting
Was
and
it?
Great
I mean,
Muta get the win, but it was really a physical
Scott
matchup.
didn't see the refs count, but that's not controversial. He just wasn't paying attention.
Muta and Rick Steiner were the legal men. Sting had brought
Oh,
back
shit.
in Muta.
That dive
Maybe we'll
that
see
dive
that
got
in
me
just
again.
a few moments, but they really took a lot of chances. It was a very evenly fought contest. And now Sting and Muta
Whoa.
rolling back in. I think Muta was
Whoa,
the legal
baby.
man at this point in the matchup, as was Rick Steiner.
So fans, keep your eyes now. Sting will, and Scott Steiner will go on the
Thank
far
you,
side.
Corey. Yeah,
Rick
fuck
Steiner
the
and Great
Undertaker
Muta on
for
the near side, and we will
trashing
see
Big
both men
Jorge.
get a 3 count here.
Elegante
Tilt the
forever.
world.
Again, I love that head
Belly to
scissors.
belly. There's a 3.
Rick was the one who missed it, not
I
Scott.
think that the referee made a bad call, quite
No,
frankly.
he didn't. Fuck you, Jim.
Well, fans, certainly a tremendous amount of controversy surrounding this matchup. Many of the fans at ringside believe that Rick Steiner indeed got the legal pin. But if you put who won and who lost aside for just a moment, I think you'll also agree. One of the most exciting tag teams.
Yeah, if you put aside the thing that we build wrestling around, who won and who lost.
Opportunity to remind you, coming your way exclusively on
Wins and
pay-per-view,
losses suck.
It's live action. Wrestle
Who
War
cares about
92. It's going to be 2 rings surrounded by a steel cage. And I understand that the Dangerous Alliance is making a strong bid to be a part of this great event.
They're making
If you
a
were with us
bid.
at Wrestle
Like
War
they have to
91,
pay
you
to
know
be
what
in the
an exciting
match.
pay-per-view exclusive this is. Don't miss out on the action. Call this local cable company. Tell them you want to be part of
Call
this
this local
live
cable
event.
company.
I want to thank you for joining us on
God, dude,
WCW
Bischoff.
Super Show 2 from
I can't
Japan.
handle Eric
and thank my
Bischoff.
broadcast partners, Jim Ross
He
and Tony
sucks.
Schiavone, for
He's the
bringing us
worst.
the action.
Thank you, Yankee
My name is
Hawk.
Eric Bischoff.
Much
We'll see you
appreciated.
next time.
All right, so before, let's see, got to watch the credits. Callan Fry, producer, senior producer Virgil Reynolds, Craig Leathers, Keith Mitchell, Bill Tinsley, Rob Wright, Dan Bynum, TVSI, boo! TVSI. Special thanks specifically to, oh my god, they thanked him, but they couldn't spell his name correctly. Okay, so before we go, since I am a glutton, I'm back Sunday. I did 12 hours yesterday, 2 hours tonight. We're doing 2 more hours Sunday. We're off the grid's back, and here's what we're watching Sunday at 8 on both Twitch and YouTube.
You know, not only am I just an exceptionally handsome man, apparently this guy thinks so too, but I'm also the future.
All right, so that is Sunday. That is Sunday, but this is tonight. We're wrapping up. Thank you all so much again for the last 25 hours. Such a great ride. I will be ordering the new laptop probably on the 30th when I get the money from Stream Elements in my bank account. And then hopefully the streams won't be so choppy anymore. So we have that to look forward to. So I'll be back Sunday for Off the Grid. Before I go, like I like to end all of these streams with, life sucks. It is bad. It's good when we're together, but it's bad all the other times. I think we can get to through the next 7 days and come back together here Tuesday, because I'll be back here Tuesday as well. Just 7 days. That's all I'm asking for. Just get there. 7 days, 7 foot goth. 7's a good number for us. So again, this has been WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name's Tom, right there. Check out notthattomgreen.com, newly owned by myself. It is 10:57 on the East Coast. Go to bed.